That's not right.
That's not right.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not right. Oh.
I thought it was right.
Oh, it's
left.
or right, something.
Left.
That's
right.
right. Is it left to center?
I don't know. Sharpen the swords. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome. I hope you all can hear us and everything. This is the first stream we've had back here since we've got back from ReaperCon, so I don't know if any of this stuff works anymore. You'll have to tell us if it's working or if it's not working. So hello and welcome. This is going to be a Dungeons and Dragons 5e game. Back Reaper Errant. We're gonna get to it. Yeah. Woo. So
we got one member of our party back, but we're still missing another one.
This is the Gen's Gone episode, not the Gen Con episode.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. It's
But
important.
If you're watching from Gen Con, hi everybody. You've picked the right channel.
That's true. That's true. You might be watching from Gen Con. I'm not really sure. All right. So, you know what, though? I had to mess with it. I don't know if you have access, Justin, but during the one of the games we had at ReaperCon, I had to mess with the D&D Beyond overlay, so it's not accurate right now. Oh, no. So I'll leave that in Justin's capable hands before we get in here. And before that, I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves and who they're playing this evening. Then I will get into my introduction, and we'll start. I've got. I'll wait until everybody introduces themselves. I don't know. I'm excited. We'll start with the traditional Bobby.
Oop, I'm muted. Sorry. Hello again. Good evening and welcome. I'm Bobby Jackson. I play the mighty and indomitable Pugh, the gnome bard, armed with my trusty war harp and positive mental attitude. Shut up, Proctor.
Gene.
Hi, I'm Gene Van Horn. I'll be playing Gooseneck, the Lizard Man Barbarian, and I'm glad to be back this week. I came with my extra special flotation device, and I will try very hard not to get arrested.
Our meat shield is back.
Yes.
Back.
Meat shield.
Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason Wiebe. I'm playing Corncob Thunderbludgeon, and I'm sitting here live in my Gen Con studio.
Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I'm playing the more mighty and totally abominable Abran the Wood Elf with his mighty bow, much more mightier than a mighty harp, and with a less than positive mental attitude.
Oh.
We're still on track then. Rhonda.
Someone's going to die.
I'm Rhonda Bender. I'm playing Fathom, the not remotely indomitable tiefling, but who does know a little bit of magic and has an attitude of being extremely concerned about us being left unsupervised by our law and order thief. Rogue.
Yeah, that's true. You're in the Law and Order town, and you might notice we're sort of in missing formation. Jen cannot join us tonight, and so that's miss her doubly. It's been a little while, but she's got other commitments, and so I am worried for everybody as well because she was there.
She was very specific. Don't get yourselves arrested. So
Or
killed.
die.
we'll try.
Yeah.
I mean, you flirt with death, but we always manage to keep you on this side of the line.
We'll see how it goes this evening.
We'll
So
try.
I for the first time 2 weeks ago, we got to play at. I got to play with most of this cast in person, and it was awesome to see everybody in real life and have them at a real life table, which was super cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I'm excited now. I don't know how that'll change things. I don't know if you're going to be missing not having minis at the table. I know you're probably happy.
We're planning a trip down to Houston, Frank, just so you know.
Mhm.
You know, it's Reaper still has that table. They built it just for that. And I got to say, I had to take a moment to say thank you for that because we're on top of it. Thank you, Reaper Miniatures, for coming through with some things that are not easy to ship, like a large 8-foot table. Okay.
Good job, Reaper.
And
Go Reaper.
Woo!
Go Reaper.
Yes, Warharp, Ron. He's got a Warharp. So I have to do a couple other thank yous. I have to say thank you to Sirenscape, who's providing some background and ambient music for this tonight, and for Justin for being technical director, even though he's behind the scenes, he's switching cameras back and forth. And I will do a, so if you missed ReaperCon's game, the VODs are up. I'm pretty sure I saw them go up. Go check them out to see what it was like. But that was a story that is not linear to this. It was relevant, but not linear. So you didn't necessarily miss out if you're watching back here normally. And I say that because we had a wonderful update. Oh.
Pugh has some burn cream for you.
Oh yeah, I got quite singed. But I don't think since it was in the past and we're teleported back, then the singeing's probably healed by now.
No, but your respect for the fireball, I think, probably has grown as you remembered that.
Well, yes,
it just makes him want a fireball ring that much more, right?
That's maybe that was where the whole fireball ring desire started from. Was I got fireballed up
in the past.
There we go.
Yeah, in the past. So that is what my obsession with the fireball ring is all about.
Man, that's Jungian almost.
Wow.
I just love that he loves fireballs so much. He's not even mad at me for.
Yeah, a woodland elf. Who would have thought it? He's no Smokey the Bear.
Wow.
Only you can throw your fireball.
Sometimes to stop a fire, you have to burn out the area in order to stop a wildfire.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, that's why I want.
Sounds like a justification. Before we get started, I want to apologize. I am sitting in a room with my 2 new pugs and my 1 old pug. So any other ambient sounds that may be coming through my microphone, I'm going to blame on them.
Sure, blame it on the pugs, Jason. Sure.
Because they are just a burping, farting mess right now.
All right. Well, I need to get me some pugs because they sound very useful for redirecting.
Man, I'll tell you, they keep the cockroaches away. It's natural fumigation. We don't have cockroach problem.
I can just say, oh, that was. Okay, get it together. So when we last left off, which you could also find out on Kay's journal, which you could search Reaper Errant Kay's journal, and you can read all the updates and stuff. And we got a nice update. I'm interested in where the party wants to go from there. So it was a action-packed sort of adventure where they found a satyr, they talked to a satyr, they found some information about possibly who put the satyr up to bringing a giant tree to life and ideally causing chaos during a speech. Let's see. I think that's the gist of the important parts, unless there's something.
Well, didn't we battle the big pig demon or whatever it was?
Oh, that was the time before, wasn't it?
No, it was all like the wind elementals and Pegasi.
Yeah.
And then we
helped. So we still haven't. Oh man, we still have not experienced the gathering that was supposed to take place. Is that correct?
That's correct. And they decided.
So are we still in the Wizard's Tower?
No. Yeah, I think we didn't we leave off? Had we looted it completely? Because we had just turned the djinn loose, but we were looking for intelligence as to why he would be associated with the fall and with this nefarious plot that we've uncovered.
Well,
and
the
I
Jinn
don't
has
recall
left,
any
and we
evidence
have
being
the
discovered.
summoning stone, or the hot and cold stone
Yeah.
And I'm with
mechanism.
Pugh. I definitely want to make sure we look for incriminating
Fathom
evidence
has the hot and cool
Yeah.
stone.
and connections
That's
to.
what we want.
If there's any like underground connections to that weird orphanage place that we.
Agreed.
Yeah, we want to find incriminating
rest.
evidence on this dead wizard.
Okay. Well, you did loot the place. That was that loot list that you got a little bit of a picture of.
What about letters and diaries and
letters and diaries,
confessions and whatnot?
And confessions. That would be great.
Ooh,
Confessions. Contracts
Receipts.
sealed with blood.
That's
Yes.
what we need.
We need
Maybe
to
a
pour over his
history,
receipts.
just a simply written history of how everything connects to each other. If we're looking for that,
We want to audit this wizard tonight. That's what we
Yeah.
want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're auditing
If
the
you
wizard.
have one of those
is
boards
Dave
where all the
gonna
strings
join us
connect, that would like really help.
Is there an idiot's guide to the fall?
Guest
anywhere?
appears
An
by
idiot's
Brother
guide to the
Dave. Here he
fall?
comes.
I'm sorry, what was that, Jason?
We need an idiot's guide to the fall, if there's such a title in these books.
Well, unfortunately, as you scour through here, no, I know what's here. You find no links necessarily inside this wizard's tower to the fall. It's definitely not an idiot's guide. It's
You're out of luck.
pretty rare that you would have any kind of documentation
Huh?
or knowledge
Yeah.
about it.
What?
Okay.
But
So no
No
secret
idiot's
tunnels?
guide.
right. So that's why it was a pretty amazing history roll, I think, when Kay could divulge so much information, and Fathom had a little bit of information in there too about Fall's actual origins. At least I think that's who remembered when you first saw that.
Kay's
tattoo.
gone, so our average intelligence in the party has dropped like 10 points.
And we will proceed.
And our
not-
perception.
Our perception's
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anything you should know that I'm not going to penalize you for Kay not being with you, so I will tell you. But
Our
Okay.
perception's
More
not terrible,
information
it's just
that's
not
in
as good as
here?
it used to be.
there's not extra.
Yeah.
There's no hidden. There's no book that says, hidden secrets of the fall or anything like that, unfortunately.
So after the battle
Tunnels?
with all the elementals, do we need a rest? Do we need to heal up and all that? I'm just
I
asking
think we're-
the wizards of the party because
I don't.
I don't remember if I did a bunch.
I'm
of
trying to
spells.
remember. I think I used 2 spells or 3. I mean, we could always use a rest, but I don't know what time.
Might
Yeah.
be good to go on a short break, but
You can go on a
That
long
would
rest or a
probably be
short rest.
prudent.
What day?
would probably
what
be
time of day
prudent.
is it? How many hours till the gathering? Because I'm still concerned that the gathering is a target.
oh, do we need to notify the authorities about what happened so they aren't like these random people were fighting Pegasi in the streets and whatnot?
Well, the authorities here, just by going through your contacts with the temple that you're already talking to, is probably notification enough, authority-wise. They're sort
Okay.
of your inroads to the authorities, and the speak is still a good 18 hours away from now. You're
Okay.
into late afternoon of the day before.
So we seem
Yeah,
to have
'cause it
been
was the
granted a
morning when
temporary license for mayhem without any people really worried about it. I say we take advantage of that.
Funny, just right in there. So these rings and things that you got, I don't know who took them. That much I don't remember.
We didn't divvy
Kay
them
had
up.
it in her journal.
Okay.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
we-
don't
we
think
did-
we did divvy it up.
I'm certain that we didn't.
Okay.
Someone
did
has the whole. Someone has the whole box or bucket.
Right. It only becomes relevant if you need to use one of them and it needs attunement or something. You'd have to, you don't have it attuned. So I was wondering if you were going to attune to any of these.
What's a I don't remember what a ring of obscuring does.
Let's see. I believe you get to do things like cast fog cloud and wonderful kind of things like that. But let me give you the exact specs, and more importantly, whether or not you need to obtune. Attune.
Uptune.
I wonder what obtune means. That sounds like a great spell.
It does.
Mess up somebody's attunement.
Oh, wow. I have to say, yeah, okay. Well, I can't. Let's find out. You do need to attune to it. And, yeah, you can cast Fog Cloud from it 3 times per
Fathom
day.
has the bag of tokens.
Yes, the little trinkets to.
We also have the
Fine thing.
communication book, the message book.
Right.
But we don't need to use those till we're on the ship. I don't.
No.
Right.
So you want us to attune to these little scatter?
No, these were the main.
The fancy thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I
The
already
stuff we
have the
found
ring
on
of
the
water
wizard.
walking.
Yeah.
I don't need any.
Didn't
of
you
that
grab
stuff,
the
I
ring
don't
of water
think.
walking? Yeah. I think Pugh needs
I
that.
had one
That always
already.
Keep your head comfortable.
I entered with a ring of water walking.
Pugil definitely.
We can
needs to have.
carry
Who do you want
Pugil.
to walk with us?
I think Rhonda's the one, or I'm sorry, Fathom is the one that has the most trouble with water.
Yeah, streams,
One time,
puddles.
in a river.
creeks.
Well, a
We
stream.
spilled a
have
glass of water
A
on the
ring of
floor.
animal influence that we might want to assign to somebody.
I think Pugil can already do that thing, can't he?
Well, Pujol and I can both have animal influencing spells.
The ranger might want that.
So
That
What
might
does
Kay.
the
Depends on what it does. But
It lets you cast
does
talk
a-
with animals.
We can change its attunement to K when she gets back if we desire,
Yeah,
right?
that's easy. You
Okay.
can always reattune.
And let's
to these
assign
things.
that one to Abram, unless
I can cast speak with animals already.
Okay.
yeah, and
Yeah,
I got
now, if that-
animal friendship spells.
I can't do animal friendship though. That's a different spell. What does
what does this ring do?
So you don't have to attune to it, but you just cast animal friendship, fear, or speak with animals. Any one of those.
Ah.
So, but you can pop that on and use it. So as long as you know you have it and what it does,
Okay.
that'll probably help you out. I don't want you to go into this stuff under prepared. It's been a while, a month, and I would be unfair to just throw weird crap. So I think that's
So
it.
pop
Other
that
than
ring on, right, Abram?
there's a cap that makes you comfortable.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter who's got that right now. And
Oh yes, it
I
does.
wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind carrying the robe of it, or the robe of an. Oh no, that's a robe.
no, it's a robe. This time, remember, it was a strange device. It was a robe that you could throw like a net, and it would entangle around
Yeah.
people.
If no one else wants to wear that, I'd wear that over my otter pants.
Hmm.
It's a. Hey,
Can you
Frank,
rip it off
is it
when you
it's
need
called
to?
a ring of. It's a ring of what? Animal.
Influence.
And so if I type that into D&D Beyond, it'll pull it up.
Yeah, I think it'll pull it up. Well, okay, so you have the robe then, and so it's a nice robe. You notice when you put it on, the inside seams have this sort of squid or octopus tentacle pattern down the insides.
Oh, fits with the theme.
Yeah. On the seams on the outside, it's also got that. So it's I don't know. It's got a nice little look to it. So it also goes along with your otter pants, sort of. All right.
All right. Well, I'll wear the robe for now.
All right. Perfect. All right. Then I think we have.
I would say Kay should have the obscuring ring, but she's not here. So in the interim, somebody
Right.
else should.
Well,
take
it's
it.
a robe of obscuring, and that's. Oh no, never mind.
No.
Ring of
No,
obscuring.
the ring
Yeah.
of obscuring.
Well, Fathom hasn't had much lately, so
Give it to Fab.
Well, I got the ring of water walking so that you guys don't have to watch me
Okay.
fail all the time. I cannot make it add to my sheet, though. I don't know why.
Well, why don't you
Yeah, I'm
take
having
both of
trouble,
them and
too.
give the obscuring ring to Kay when she gets back?
All right.
Okay.
That's a plan.
See if I can have that one.
Okay. Then, in that case, you're good to go. You have scoured through here. I think. I don't know if I rolled checks. So, everyone make an investigation check to see. Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby.
Can I have the cap?
I have no problem with
Yeah.
Pujol having the cap.
I think
Although
it's a very
it may not
Peugeot
shrink
thing.
to fit. It might shrink to fit.
It shrinks to fit.
I got a big head. You might have to expand to fit.
Your head is always
Okay.
comfortable now.
That's right. I'm
All
making assumptions I shouldn't make.
Now
Okay.
Bobby's just sad he can't have one of these in real life.
I got a 15
I
for
know.
investigation.
Okay. Corncob, 15. Gooseneck,
Got an 8.
8. Pugil,
I can't find investigation. Okay, one sec.
Under intimidation.
Right in the middle.
Eight. I got it. 18.
ooh, okay. Abran,
16.
Sorry, my head distracted me.
and Fathom.
13.
Gigantic head.
Okay.
I
So
don't think your head's
Distracting us too.
bigger than mine.
anybody who rolled 15 and higher, so I think there's 2 of you in there, you do come across some notes. Nothing that's individually telling overall, but you're able to sort of piece it together. This person this mage was for somebody. You're not sure who, it doesn't really say, working on, they weren't just by themselves solely doing this last little bit of conjuration. They were working to push their limits a little bit for a client. You don't know who, it doesn't say. And there's not enough information that you find that has a meeting or necessarily amount of money, but there was an exchange of favors, and the hope was that he would learn to be able to summon multiple kinds of elements of air and water, which he'd done before, but he was trying to go larger, bigger, more. and
So
that's what we got.
this was in the nature of a commissioned research?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although every other note in here kind of points that this particular wizard was absolutely A-okay with the nature of this research and is good pushing their boundaries and
Sure.
comfortable with whatever they were doing. Wasn't outside
But
of the norm.
I'm reminded of the ring of water elemental that we recovered.
True.
I wonder if that has some relation to this research.
Well, that's an interesting thing.
I don't know that you can answer that. I'm just bringing it up for the party's
that always
consideration.
has magic items, though.
But make an intelligence check. See.
Oh, good.
Or
I
an
always
arcana.
do well at intelligence.
You could do an arcana check if you would.
Rather. That's same. Oh, not as terrible as I think. 18.
Okay. You think that perhaps someone who is good at detecting minutiae of magic and breaking down the study of some of the runic writing on here could maybe place if the style of this wizard was the same as the creator of your item. You aren't necessarily capable of that, but someone who studies
I'll
arcana.
show it to Fathom, or explain to Fathom what my suspicion is. My suspicion is that whatever crime boss had this ring had it made by this wizard.
That seems like a pretty good suspicion. Is that the kind of thing I'd likely know, or we will need to
You could
consult
make
someone in town?
You
You're the
could
closest thing we got.
detect magic and do an arcana or a spell check.
Okay. Well, I definitely can detect magic.
Mm.
And my arcana check is 17.
Okay. So as you're looking at the two devices, or at the device and all the scrollings and all the other items that they were working on, the patterns on the floor that they used to summon the djinn, you do detect some similarities there. You feel like it's entirely possible that this wizard created that. You know that creating these types of devices, though, are time and resource intensive. So it would have been, half a year's work of solid every day to create such a device, but entirely possible. But that could give you a timeline of how long this person's been doing that sort of work.
Would Fathom have any idea on what the charge would be for that, or what kind of
Yeah, I mean,
kind of value? That seems like a lot of value that this person exchanged for this.
It could
potentially
be,
for this ring.
Well, yeah, with a roll like that, that would be from anywhere from maybe 3,000 gold to 8,000 gold.
But it's also possible that the crime boss could have done him a favor.
Yes.
As well.
Or that the crime boss stole it from somebody. I mean,
true.
There's all those potentials. I'm just curious how that weaves together, if it weaves together. Because we've got conspiracy on top of conspiracy going right now. So we might as well add
now, did
another
we
one.
previously determine that we probably could not handle this crime boss on our own? Or that he was protected by some religious faction that controls this town?
I think you felt like it would be unduly dangerous to you all.
Okay. So
I think we did have an impulse though, maybe. Yeah.
I wanted to go loot him.
Yes.
Yeah. So did Abran.
Well, looting him doesn't necessarily mean confronting him. So if you want to pull a heist, that's a different deal. I'm down for a heist if we scope things out and it seems doable.
Well, you may travel. So, did you want long or short rest? I'm going to mark down.
I think we take a long rest so we're ready for whatever happens tomorrow.
Okay.
But that's my opinion.
I'm going to press the button then.
Good with that? All right. I'm seeing at least half saying good. So let's
long rest. Yes.
Long rest it is. Everybody will be fully refreshed.
And that will put us the morning of the dissertation.
Very
10 hours away.
Early.
Duration.
Very early in the morning, the hour of.
Okay.
You can wake up before the sun's up and do some things even.
That's a good time for scoping. Unless the other criminals are also scoping.
When do we need to return that, speaking of scopes, when do we need to return that telescope?
We had it for 3 days, but Kay's gone missing with it, so we may wind up with it forever.
I think it was...
I don't think we can afford it.
Yeah, just a day and a half away. You've got it still. You've got it.
Well,
Okay.
if there's a gripe, we'll just own everything that guy has.
You're already forgetting Kay's instructions. That would probably result in both of those things happening.
She just said don't get arrested, which is equivalent to don't get caught.
So as you come down the or come up to eat your food, I assume you always take advantage of your meals at the Mudworm.
Of course.
Yes.
There's
Free meals.
No reason to miss out on them.
Well, unless we get tired of fish, there's a reason.
And we, of course, replenish them as we can.
As you come out, you realize that there was like a snap storm, a snap bit of cold, and it is just very lightly sort of a slurry snow coming down.
Is this unseasonable, or
well, it's I mean, you're not really from this area, but you do see some people like shaking it off, complaining, stomping their feet. They're not
Those
necessarily
poor
acting,
academic clerics.
acting in
They're all gonna be
total wonder
having to
about
put
it.
on their shawls.
You know that you were coming down from the mountains and beating the last snow, so the season is correct. Whether or not you get this kind of snow on the coast, maybe you'll have to talk to somebody for, but some people are not necessarily surprised, we'll say that. It's not sticking in huge droves, but it's a little bit cold, a little bit windy, a little bit wet because it's not like a nice powdery dry snow, and people are putting any of the waterproof clothing they have, and they're stomping up the stairs and knocking off slush and coming into the warm tavern. And you hear, as you hear a group go in, you hear them talk about make a perception check. Everyone.
$18 for Abram.
18. Pugil.
Also,
14 for Corncob.
Ooh, I got 2 at once. I got 3 at once. So it was also 18 for Fathom. Corncob was what?
14.
And Pugil?
13.
13. Okay, 13, 14, 18. And Gene?
6.
What was Gooseneck? 6. Okay.
6.
So 15 and higher, you hear him say something about some goods stalled in one of the loading area. 18 and higher, 2 of you, just as they sort of brush the last and the door swings shut behind them, the last bit as you hear closing off, you hear him say, "And I feel bad for that old beggar." Click, and it closes. The tones they spoke in, the reason it stands out, the tones they spoke in were a little bit like scared, which you wouldn't feel is normal for someone who'd be working docks and loading things in and out necessarily.
So these guys were coming into the inn?
Yeah, they're going in.
Leaving.
You're going in too. They're ahead of you going into the inn. Remember, the rooms for this is outside little bungalows.
right, yeah, we have like a bungalow.
Well, I think we should
maybe,
take our seats close to theirs and see if we
I
can
think we should.
hear what they're saying.
Okay. I will let Justin know now. I did not set up an interior shot of an inn. So you're out of luck. Sorry, Justin. That's okay.
We'll just pretend those are tables and chairs up there, the barrels and things.
That's right. Belly
Temporary.
up to the barrels, boys.
Hell yeah. The barrels. I will, yeah, why not? I'll do it a little bit. We're gonna put you guys in here. I'm always ready with you all. And
Which inn is this?
let's see, this is the Mudworm, and since
Okay.
we're talking, I like this guy. This guy is going to be one of them. He's telling the tale.
He's dressed for the weather.
He is.
Yeah.
He's dressed for the weather.
I got a sudden cravings for some fish stick.
I was just going to say, is that the Gordon's fish stick, man?
That
Yep,
is-
it is.
I believe Fairy Bard, when she made him, was modeling it after the Gordon's fish, which I love.
That is awesome.
So yeah, came in, sits down,
Derek.
and your foods are brought out to you. Well, actually, you grab them in cafeteria style. They're all available to you freely. Plop down, sit at the tables, and you hear them chatting a little bit. I'm going to use your passive. Well, no, you're actively listening. So, but choose one of you or two of you that'll put on this side of the table, and you'll be the two that roll. Who wants to do these?
I actually have a pretty good perception. I
Okay.
mean,
So we'll put
not
you over
horrible.
there. One, and then who else is going to be on this side of the table?
I have a +5 on perception.
I got a +4.
Okay, let's do that.
Well, if investigation counts, I am +6 on that.
I'll let you watch. I'll let others investigate from this side of the table by
Stick with
watching
perception.
what they're doing. But let's listen. Corncob and Abran, you're trying to overhear them. Get some perception.
Right.
Ooh,
I'll close my
24.
eyes and just really concentrate on hearing. Oh.
Abran has a 24.
Wow.
And I have a 16. Corncob has a 16.
Both good rolls. You're both hearing pretty important parts of the conversation. They're breaking it up occasionally with a few questions, so it's a little hard to follow. Corncob, you don't make out all of it, but we'll go with what Abran hears because he's got his elfin ears tuned right into it. Abran, there is an area where they were talking. There's a strange person there who had a large order that was, or commission, or I forget what they call it, I'm sorry, paying for some boxes and crates and goods that had some items in it being shipped on one of the larger ships that have just come into port. And they were just, he didn't want to bring his coach all the way down to the docks, so he had some workers bring it up to a different area that's a little bit farther away. And the wagons parked there. The workers began to load it as far as they know, and then they disappeared, gone. And some of these were, one of them at least was a friend and of one of the gentlemen talking at the table. And then the part about the beggar comes into the story a little bit later. You hear that a beggar saw something and no one is believing them, and also is nursing a broken arm. So something happened, but they don't really, I don't know, they don't take them seriously in what happened. But they also, the gentleman with the mug there on the right says it's just a good thing he's not locked up and blamed for this. They talk about maybe getting someone involved after their shift is over today. And
I relay this information to the rest of the party so they all know discreetly.
That's all the relevant
Do we want to approach them and have a conversation to get more details?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we can figure out what the beggar is.
Then I suggest that I perform an enthralling performance and charm them so that they will be our friends and more compliant. Compliant may not be the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
So you just want to normally non-magically perform and get on their good side?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay. So it's early. They're taking their break from their shift. It's cold. It's wet. What kind of music or performance do you want to do that you think is going to get them in a happier place? You have to go back out there.
It will be a cunning and amusing song about the joys of home and how working hard makes it all worthwhile.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow.
All right. Make a performance check. Let's see.
Ah, crap.
Yeah.
14.
14. That's not
I don't know if that's
terrible.
crap. I mean, that's not.
Well, I've got a +9 performance.
Well, you're not going to be in the top 40, but it's not crap. You're a B-side, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
You're
every.
So you had a little
Lost
blank canvas moment, did you?
Not every performance
I'm
is, Woodstock.
Yeah.
No, Leonard Skinner.
No, Leonard.
Yeah, this is more up with people, it sounds like.
They were okay with it. They were okay. Let's see. See how okay. Oh, actually, the one that's wearing yellow, kind of, he walks up and he throws a copper down at. He looks for a place to put it. You didn't say anything about tip jar, but he throws it into the harp case.
Ah, very good. I bow and fawn obsequiously.
It oddly smells like fried fish.
Yeah, really. What, you couldn't come up with half a copper?
Yeah.
He says, thank you. This is good.
Any requests?
You can take my shift for me. I hate this weather.
I'm a bit small and my head is entirely too comfortable for dock work.
Is this weather common this time of year?
No, but it does happen every few years or so. And this would be the season for it. I just didn't expect it. But when I woke up, I got the clothes for it. I can't stand it out there. My name is Matt. What's your name?
Pugh. They call me the mighty and indomitable.
Pugh. I think I've seen you around a little bit and your friends here.
Ah, yes. I'm an improvisational bard.
Yes.
Well, keep it up. You're doing great work. And he starts to turn away.
I couldn't help but hear as we came in that you were talking to your friend about a tragic incident at the docks this morning. What happened? Perhaps it's good material for a song. I love a good sad song.
Oh, well, if you love a sad song, then I'd worry about old Barney. He's nursing a broken arm. No one believes him. He's a good man, but down on his luck, begging. Throw him a copper.
What happened to poor Barney? Alas for Barney. Snowed on and a broken limb. How did he break his arm?
Well, it says that he was watching the men load those carts on. Watched him get pulled right into the back of that coach. Coach moved around a bit. So he went over to ask if they were okay. Knocked and got pushed down by some big lug. Broke his arm.
Well, I have some small skill in healing. Do you think Barney could use some help?
I think he could. He's a good man, but he's come up with some big tales before, so they didn't. And of course, the authorities came, looked into the coach, and no dock workers in there, and no sign of anything afoul or afoot, and the owner is just complaining that they've run off and not done their job, and paid them in advance.
And that sounds very unusual. Perfect bard material, mystery and drama.
Where's Barney now?
This Barney?
Oh, sorry.
Well, he lives near where they set this up. He's got a little lean-to against one of the buildings around back that they don't chase him away from, and I imagine he's there. He's got nowhere else to go, and he's not afeard of much. So.
That's terrible. What a sad tale.
Well,
we need to know more so that you can flesh out your song.
That's exactly true. We've got the first stanza, but ending it with a...
Those were good workers. I don't feel like they ran off. They would have done their job.
What do you think happened to them?
Well,
What's the feeling in your bones?
Well, I feel like something did go afoot. You know, you can clean up the back of a wagon pretty quick.
Oh.
But I don't know. I wouldn't want
That's
to. I wouldn't want to.
disconcerting.
I wouldn't want to point my finger at the wrong sort of people, if you know what I mean.
You're not
Sure.
talking about murder, are you?
Well,
Murder.
could be. How else do you get rid of
Murder?
4 good, healthy dock workers? And
Well, there's always the old Shanghai that's in the service, a
could
departing
be.
tramp steamer.
Could be.
Mm.
Yeah. Haven't seen stuff like that around. They would have fought for their lives, although magic could have been involved.
Well, murder ballads always go over well. We should probably find Barney.
The investigators just kind of wrote all this off as a common occurrence.
Well, they didn't say it was common, but they called the owner in. I think they're probably still talking to him independently, not at the site. It's cold and miserable out there, but probably off in the temple somewhere.
Huh. I think we need to go talk to Barney. I think Pujol's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you give us specific directions on
Yeah,
where to find his
so-
lean-to?
He mentions that if you head down to where the deep berth is, there is one area, and you know where it's at. Oh, dang! I need that camera. There's one area that you're familiar with. You've been here long enough where the big ships come in, and there's only one place that'll hold them in close to town where they unload them. It says if you head down that way, but then stop about 2 blocks back. There's an unloading yard. There ain't nothing there. It's rather empty. They usually transfer goods out of a wagon there. It's right in there.
And what's this fellow's name?
Mac. If you're the man you're talking to is Mac.
Mac. Okay. Well, I think we should head on down and talk to Barney. It doesn't sound like we'd be in any danger of being arrested. So I
No.
say that's probably the proper course of action.
Well, and he seems to be a man in need of healing,
Yes.
regardless of the
More
circumstances.
Yes. And liable to provide an amusing narrative. So let's depart.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Mac. Well met.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And thank you for the copper, sir. Have an extra cord dedicated to you. My-
Extra cord.
An extra. He says, "Well, thank you. I love a good tune." And he goes back and sits down to his meal. And you are gonna all head down there after yours. It sounds like. So this is the direction you're going. All right. Here we go. I like it. I like it. All right. This is actually the right location, Justin. So if you want to open us up to the big screen, we're there and ready.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Is that the cart in the background, I assume?
That is the cart in the background. Exactly. There you go.
I don't have like a detect blood spell, do I? To see if I
Yeah.
get-
You don't have a blacklight spell?
Yeah, you need
Apparently
a
not.
bottle of luminol.
CSI.
I've seen forensic files.
We do have a lizard
I'll
man
check for that.
who might be able to assist us in finding blood.
Oh.
Smell blood.
Do you have any sort of scent? Well, let's get down there.
No, I don't.
So,
Not that I'm aware of.
you get some good camera angles on this and where you're going and what you're doing, and then we'll figure out. I'll try not to get a big hunk of me in the background. You don't want me. That would be horrible. Who wants that nonsense? So as you're approaching it really is pretty easy to find the place. It's not super difficult. And who's leading the way here?
I'll be in the lead.
Well, obviously,
Corncob, he's the healer.
Yes, I'll go first.
Corncob and Abran duking it out.
I have very little fear.
All right. And we're going to put Pugh, Joel, and Fathom, and we're going to run Gooseneck following them all in the way. So, you come up, and as you do, let's see here. Hold on a moment, Justin. Let's see if I can get a nice. You see a figure. It's not.
Right,
it's not Barney. You see a dwarf out in front of the wagon, just kind of relaxing out there. He looks up as you come in, just watching you as you approach through this sort of sleet and slush muck.
I just greet him with a standard dwarven howdy.
Aye. Yeah? What you about?
Oh, we're just looking around. Cold morning.
It is even colder while I'm waiting here.
What are you waiting for? What brings you out so early in the morning?
Well, Mistress is taken in at the moment, asking questions.
Oh, got herself arrested, did she?
Well, that doesn't seem like nice speech at all there, little fella.
It was just I'm a bard by trade. It was just a passing jape. Pling, pling, spling.
It's,
Just
the
an
gnomes
attempt at
and their
humor.
japes. They're always
Yes.
japing.
And passing.
And passing, too.
I see.
Makes it worse.
So you're passing by.
We prefer a good face-to-face stand-up jape, not a jape in passing, but again,
Exactly.
you have to forgive a gnome.
Yeah. It's a lesson I need to learn. I apologize.
Well, I'm cold, it's miserable, and these whelps around here didn't unload any of the barrels or boxes with any good wine, mead, or ale in it. So unless you got something interesting,
Wouldn't you be
why-
more comfortable in the cart?
I would
Looks like
be,
it's covered.
but now I got to guard this stuff out here.
Who's your mistress?
Make a persuasion check, Corncob, as you chat. You have advantage. You seem dwarf to dwarf. Are you guys going to approach in a little bit closer, or?
Yes.
Seems okay with that.
I got
Yeah.
a 23.
Ooh, okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, that was not me.
Wasn't
That
one
was
of the
me.
pugs.
That was me.
All right, so he goes, yes, Mistress Devara. I typically guard when she travels. Barely needs it in this town, but she
And who
likes
took
me
her
to
in?
load some things. Well, some beggar accused her of nefarious doings or dealings, and pretty soon we have the temple enforcers down here asking questions, and they took her in to answer them in a warmer
So
place.
just some itinerant dock fly accused her of malfeasance?
Yeah, that's the way it appears. But I guess these workers are important enough that them not showing up to do their work is excuse enough to accuse good folk like us of doing nefarious things.
Oh, it sure seems like a strange incident.
Yep. Well, they started. You can see this stuff scattered about. They brought it in a couple wagon loads, dropped it off. And obviously we can't fit all these crates in here. They're supposed to unpack it. These are loosely packed goods in straw. Some of these are collectibles.
Collectibles,
Can
you
I
say?
casually detect magic while they're talking?
Ooh, does detect magic have a what are the components?
Let's see. Verbal and somatic.
Okay, so make a stealth check to see if you or sleight of hand. I'll let you choose to sort of do this under the
I
radar.
am choosing stealth.
Okay.
7. Not very good at the stealth, apparently, but
Okay.
it would have been worse with sleight of hand.
Well, so this fella has his eyes on everybody in the party, and he sort of.
What's in that crate over there? That large crate.
Hey, look over there.
Yeah. So he catches movement. He doesn't necessarily know what you're doing, but you register that he caught your movement, and your detect magic goes off. You ask, he goes, "Oh, which crate? This large one here."
Yeah,
He
that one.
walks over to it. Aye, well, this will be. I'm pretty sure that this is a large bust in here.
Large bust.
That's right. I told you some of these are collectibles. This is the largest piece. There's a sword somewhere in here, and
So you were taking these back for your mistress to her place of residence, or?
that's right. Yes, we ordered them. We had them shipped.
Well, it figures. And then the stevedores just took off, huh?
Right. Perhaps too heavy for them. I don't know.
Have you hired another crew yet?
Well, not yet. It's not my purse, and Mistress Devara is occupied at the moment. But when she's done, I'm sure we'll get a crew on it. Are you
Does
interested?
anything seem to be missing? Is it possible they ran off with something?
No, I did have an inventory. It should all be here, but we haven't cracked open every box.
Did you
We're
say, are we
interested.
interested?
We're interested. Yes, we're interested in being a crew to move this. Yes.
Yes, our lizard man alone is worth 10 men.
Okay. So he says, well, I'm at liberty to do that while I don't necessarily have the purse. I think that you'll all do fine for this. I can direct you to. You'll have to unpack some of it, of course. And you see, I mean, he's roving over. His eyes are stopping on you a little extra fathom, probably because he saw your hand motions. You are looking around, and you don't see. You don't see magic coming out of any of these boxes, per se.
What about the wagon? And also, while I'm walking around, because this doesn't take concentration, I'll just summon like an illusory flame in my hand.
Okay.
So he can see that I was doing something, but that's all it was.
Right. Okay. No problem.
Only had a cigarette or something to really pull it off.
Well, I'm also trying to convince myself that it's a real flame and stay warm.
Well, it's not. That's okay. So you look around and you kind of got to get in close to the cart a couple times, so you can get a good look. I think I have. All right. This is.
I'll walk like I'm trying to keep warm, which is not really role playing. It's actually happening. I mean, in character role playing.
That's fair.
I'm always dressed wrong for every event.
So as you walk around, so you're walking around looking with detect magic. Corncob, you've been chatting with him and pointing to the big box and asking a little bit what's in it. Gooseneck, Abran, Pugh, what are you doing throughout this?
Just Just keeping an eye on things. They mentioned that that something came out of that cart, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on that cart, see if it moves, see if it adjusts or anything suspicious that way.
Okay.
Where am I right now?
You're this fuzzy blurry head right here.
I'd like to maybe move off to my right of Corncob.
All right.
Just look like I'm just, I'm not going to necessarily hide that I'm scoping around and looking around.
Well, you're going to have to lift all this stuff in a little while, so that makes perfect sense.
So are we putting the stuff into the cart? Is that what we're trying to do?
So yeah, what he's asking, this job that he's asking, and he's going to pay you each 5 silver. Which,
holy gosh, that's not a bad wage.
No.
You should just hang everything else up and do this.
It's a pretty good wage for this.
We'll just be roustabouts.
And he says, now these are private collection stuff here, so your discretion would be appreciated, knowing that the mistress has some of these items in her collection now.
Oh, we don't see anything. We just want to get paid, get a good lunch out of the deal.
Of course. All right. Well, then, let's crack these open. Pugh, what were you doing?
Are we anywhere near where the beggar is supposed to be staying?
Yeah, so you start looking off over to the right, and let's see if I can. I think I have. Yeah, I have. Good. You see, there is a lean-to up against. I did, of course. Of course, I put it right in the shot. There's a lean-to up against the building, and you see old Barney out there. Just under it, I'm not going to have you roll. It's kind of easy. He's kind of hiding around.
Has the dwarf looked over that way at all?
No. No, he hasn't.
Is he obviously injured?
Not obviously, no. He's not moving around a lot. He's not up and begging like that. He's just sort of hunched down, sort of watching.
But he's not like holding his arm or anything like that.
He is holding his arm, but it could be like a casual sort of thing. He's just sort of holding it like this.
Okay. Unless somebody objects, I'm going to walk over to him and ask him if he's okay.
Okay.
Why is he standing out here in this weather and he looks uncomfortable?
It's a good 100 feet away or so, and you just kind of walk off. As you walk off, you see this dwarf sort of look over as you start to take off, and then he snaps his attention back to everything going on down around here. However, make an insight check. Fathom and Corncob, you're talking, and Abran. Yeah, you're the 3 up front. Make an insight check.
Abran rolled a 13.
Okay. Corncob.
I don't think I got these tuned right. I rolled a 3.
Oh no, Corncob, what'd you roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was doing a different thing. Okay, I rolled a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything necessarily unusual. Gooseneck, what are you doing back there again? You were.
I'm going to start checking out some of these crates since he wants us to load them. So I'll just start kind of inspecting them and asking him which ones are we going to have to uncrate and which ones we're going to have to load up.
Okay, there's pry bar.
In Dwarvish, of course.
Oh yeah. He likes that.
Because I can speak dwarf.
Does like that. So, all right. So you start asking him those things. So, Pugil, you get over to him, and Barney's just eyeballing you as you kind of come over, watching. But he's really quiet.
I'm going to say, are you okay, sir? You look uncomfortable. What happened to the workers?
I've had better days. The workers. Oh, well, you probably wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Is your okay? You seem to be favoring it.
Yeah, make a persuasion check. You can tell automatically that Barney seems really very closed in, sort of defensive, doesn't want to give out much.
I rolled an 11.
Okay. Yeah.
You need to tell him we talked to your friend.
Broke it, I did. Hurts something awful, especially with this weather.
Oh, that's terrible. My companion, the handsome, dapper dwarf over there, is an adept of the healing arts. Perhaps he could be of assistance to you.
Yeah, well, he seems like he's got a different friend right now. He seems a little busy. I wouldn't want to intrude. I'm just watching.
Well, perhaps I could be of assistance. I think I will. Well, see, I don't want to blow my big giant cure wounds on this guy's broken arm.
Is that worth it?
I'll turn and put my fingers in my mouth and blow a sharp whistle and go, "Yo, elf, approach."
I will. Abran trots on over,
Okay.
and
Nice trot.
thanks.
Yeah, I say, I've
like a
made a
show
new friend
pony.
here.
Yeah.
I've made a new friend here. Barney, meet the elf. Elf, meet Barney.
Hey,
He seems to have a lame wing, and he's
Let me see.
also appears to have laid eyes on the incident that led to the vanishing of the workers that were moving this equipment here. Perhaps you can help
let me
him.
heal this. Yeah, let me heal this guy up. I'm looking for a good confrontation. Maybe he can help point us towards that.
You know of any
6
fights we
points.
could get into?
6 points of healing.
Oh, okay. So you lay your hands on him, heal him. He goes, okay. I appreciate it. What are you doing down here for him? Just curious.
So excuse us, our gnome is downing a soft drink at the moment.
I made a friend at the inn where we're staying at, and we were discussing the finer points of music. And he's a music lover, as am I. And he happened to mention an incident that he observed earlier today with some crazy disappearance of some workers, and we thought we would come down here and maybe get some good material for a song. I'm a bard by trade. I don't know whether you've noticed my enormous golden glowing harp or not.
Yeah. Of course I have.
Enormous.
Of course he
Ridiculous
has.
out here in the rain.
Yes.
But I did witness it. Who authorities have come, taken my accounting of what happened, and they've taken off that fella's there up to no good mistress off. I hope she never comes back. I'm just watching. They're up to no good. You get in with them and you're gonna be in trouble.
Do you think they're responsible for the disappearance of the workers?
I know they are. That chap out there, reason I'm cradling this arm.
That's
Did he
terrible.
break your arm?
He broke your arm?
Well, I mean, maybe I got a little nosy, went over, found out that they didn't want any peepers. And he pushed me off the back of their cart, landed the wrong way, broke it clean.
Wow, that's terrible. What, in your expert opinion, what have they done with the workers? And what in the world would be their motive to cause them to vanish?
So now there's two of you. You've healed them up a little bit. You can one more persuasion check at advantage. All you get to win them over.
Say
to
that
their
again.
side.
I broke up. I'm sorry.
At one advantage persuasion check.
A 20.
Ooh, 20.
Okay. So he softens up a little bit. He sort of leans into you, kind of away from Abran, even though Abran's the one that healed him. He says, well,
Jerk.
I don't
Simmer down, elf.
to be involved too much in the mystical arts, but I'll tell you what, that mistress was wearing a fancy gown. That's the hand I saw come out and pull one of those dock workers in. And it weren't no gentle act neither. So I think they are up to no good. I have to admit that after the other two or three one hid for a moment, but ran over to the screaming, I was afeared myself, and I went back around the building here so I'd be out of sight. When it settled down, I got curious though, and I came out, looked around. They were gone. It was quiet. I went over to knock and see if they were there, but I didn't get more than a peep inside the door before that no good dwarf over there pushed me off the back of their step.
What a terrible injustice.
Yeah.
Oh, not as bad as whatever they did to them workers. By the time I got somebody to come down, they looked in the back, nothing wrong. And I never saw them leave neither. Magic.
What do you imagine a woman of wealth and privilege would be doing with kidnapped dock workers?
Put them to work, maybe. Whisk them away to her mansion, wherever she's at. I don't know. I imagine it's something they didn't want to do. It didn't go too easily.
Could be she's a vampire.
A what?
No, I don't. I'm just speculating. Idle speculation. You know, I am a man of the arts.
Well, that's some fairy book stuff. Maybe if I believe in magic, that could happen too. That would be something. I wouldn't be sitting around here. Why wouldn't they have eaten me then too? And I didn't see any husks out there.
That's an excellent point.
I'm going to stop. I'm going to pause where you are. I'm going to go back to Gooseneck, Fathom, and Corncob, because I assume I'll let you...
Speaking of magic, how did the detecting go?
Yes.
At the back of the wagon.
When you got back to the back of the wagon and you looked, you find that the door is definitely magically able to seal and unseal. It's got a magic lock spell on it.
Is it sealed?
Arcane lock. And it is currently, as near as you can tell, sealed. There are spells to defeat that sort of thing. Also, you see some magic at each of the axles, each of the joints. There seems to be a little magical glow. Not necessarily sure what that's about, but
Well, since our lizard is at a distance from the other conversation, I'm going to amble over to him in case he knows anything about carts, because I do not believe that I do, and ask him what he thinks magical axles would accomplish.
Okay.
Just keep the wheels from falling off. These people are creeping me out.
Maybe
Who are
to
you
speed
asking?
it up.
So you head over to Gooseneck. Gooseneck, you got the pry bar. You're cracking off things. You have found a sword, the bust. There definitely was a bust. There was a tapestry. You've seen one crate that's got some books in it. You've seen quite a few things. None of them are really big. They don't take the full amount of the space of the crates, and they could all. And he says they all have to be decrated and put into the back of the cart because none of them.
So we're decrating this and we're loading the wagon with it out of the crates.
Yeah, so
because they wouldn't fit all in the wagon with the crates on them, right?
Right, and the first step
Kind of
he
like
wants
when you
to
buy
do
a
is
TV.
pull the stuff out of the crates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does this stuff look valuable?
Make a history check.
Ooh, I got a +3. Can I make a history check?
Yeah, absolutely. You're
21.
sitting there with the crowbar, the pry bar. 21 and
I got a 12 + 3, 15.
15, both excellent. So yes, some of these look quite collectible. They could be worth quite a bit of funds. They were overly padded and taken care of. The crates were sealed so that they were water, maybe not proof, but certainly water resistant with tar and items like that.
I'll work my way over to Fathom and just kind of side whisper to her, what did you find out?
I will tell him about the magical parts of the wagon that I detected, and that if these items actually are valuable, then it wasn't like this whole thing is a lure to just get some people.
So we don't think that wagon is another kind of critter. We just think it's a wagon that's been enhanced with some features.
But are any of those features intended to do, as the beggar says, nefarious things?
Well, I get the feeling that, well, never mind. We didn't talk to the beggar.
May I?
Yes.
You know what I would like? When I get an opportunity to act, Pugh will turn and use his message cantrip to tell Fathom that the beggar thinks that the dwarf is responsible for the disappearance of the workers, and something is strange with the wagon. But he does not. The beggar thinks that the dwarf is responsible and his mistress.
I will message back about the elements of the wagon that are magical. He's up to speed on that.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna. So are we supposed to start putting this stuff into the wagon?
well, he wants.
Was Fathom going to let us know to be worried about the dwarf guy, or?
Yeah, I can message you so that you know talking to him. It'll take a minute, but between us, we could message everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody's been informed, and you.
So we're a little suspicious about this dwarf.
Yeah, you're a little suspicious. So he wants you to just uncrate the stuff, bring it over. He'll inventory it. He's pulled out a little book, and once he gets it all together here, then he says, "Then I'll let you load it in."
I'll
Okay.
message Joe one further question. Does the beggar look like he drinks a lot or takes any kind? Like, does he just seem like someone poor he's been reduced to this, or could he have hallucinated something, or had his observation influence, I guess?
What's my impression?
Your initial impression, he doesn't have any smell of alcohol on him, so you don't think there's anything there. He seemed to. He hasn't stood up or anything, so you don't know if he's disabled in some way. his arm, he stretched it out. He used both of them after Abran healed him, and he talks fairly clearly. So there's nothing that would discredit him immediately.
And what impression when Mac was speaking about him, did I get the impression that Mac liked him, respected him, or disdained him, or what kind of impression?
You got the impression that Mac liked him, but you also got the impression that he's a bit of a, well, to be plain, like he lies about things, not because he's drunk, not because he just tells big tales. So this is probably another
tall
one
teller.
of his big tall tales. But as a bard, I don't know, maybe that hits you a little differently than it hits other people.
I like tall tales.
I'm going to say, hey, brother, what's your name? As I'm working.
Theremin. Theramin's my name.
Theremin. Well, that sounds weird. Theremin's usually do.
Why are you judging what's the dude's name?
Well,
You're too judgmental.
yeah. Named after a weird sounding musical instrument.
So
yeah. Does he make noise when I? Can I
if
play him
I
by
get
moving
near
my
to him,
hand?
I was like, woo, woo, like that. UFO sound. Anyway, how far do these have to travel? I'm a little bit worried that we're taking this packing out from around these valuable items. Are you going far?
we're going far, quite a ways, but you'll find the inside's got ample cloth, gentle things to lay them in, and we'd rather not have the straw in there mucking it about.
Sure. No, I get that.
Okay.
Well, let's shuck all the stuff out and then move it near the door of the
Start.
Of
Well, he
the
wants
wagon,
to
but I don't
inventory
think-
it, right? So
Right. I don't want to
we're
put
taking
anything
it up
in the
to him to
wagon.
inventory.
Yeah. I don't want
Alright,
to put
you're-
anything in the wagon yet.
So you're starting to take it to him to inventory, and I see Abran. What you thinking?
So I'm about 100 feet away right now.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
I'd like to move. I would like to start casually moving my way back towards them. Everyone doesn't want to have to unpack anything, obviously. But I am concerned of the setup that's about to take place.
Okay. Yeah.
You might have to behead this dwarf.
I'll get you 30 feet away from
Okay.
Gooseneck there.
I want to have a line of sight on the dwarf, basically.
You do. You have a nice,
Okay.
clean line of sight right across there. So you're good.
Perfect.
Okay. So you start unpacking. You start moving things over there. Pugh, are you going to hang out with Barney over here? Are you going to head back? What's your intention during this? You see the Abrand's done.
Yeah, I didn't even say anything. I just walked up.
Yeah. Well, you did your job. Get lost.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang out with Barney and continue to try to get more details of, did he see anything other than the woman's arm?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you are going for more details. Okay. So, all right, you get all the you get the items, you get them sort of looking inventoried over. There's no way you can walk that slowly, Abran. So I'll just put you leaning up against this pillar. You get over there and sort of lean against it and watch everybody moving stuff.
Right. They seem
That's
to
our
have
friend
a
Molasses the elf.
Typical elf.
You call him Mo Lasses.
So he goes, this is good. Good. Come on over here then. And he goes over to the
Well, I definitely. I mean, he's looking away. So if I need to recast the detect magic, I'll do that behind the big crate there.
Okay.
And then follow him over with the vase or something.
Sure. No problem at all.
Because I definitely want to get a good look inside.
Right.
Before we touch
it
anything.
I assume you all got something. He opens it up, and inside is, you see it's got sort of a central area that you step up in, walk in. The sides, almost you could sit there. It looks like there is a table, maybe even like a one that looks maybe attached to the side that would fold down, but it's a little bit round. It's on some sort of hinge. It's very plush along the sides, channeled out, so you could seat multiple people in here, even though there's just him and his mistress, I guess. And then towards the front, there is a bed that's pretty big, goes across it. Looks like
it's a caravan
sleeping area. Yeah, it looks like you would, instead of pulling stuff out, you could camp with it, but you could just sleep inside it as well. There's a table you could eat at, but the table's sort of pushed up out of the way, and when he said there was cloth, you didn't really think too much of it, but when he opens it, there must be 30 bolts of silk worth of cloth hanging around, and that's
Wow.
That is not.
So it's not
cheap
padding;
stuff.
it's actual cloth.
Is that-
being transported?
You would have us wrap these objects in that expensive looking cloth?
Yes. Well, we have a couple bolts that would do well for that.
Okay. And to my eyes, does it look like all this stuff will fit in there comfortably?
Yeah, it looks like most of it would probably fit up maybe on the bed area, but you'd have to put the bust in last, probably.
Okay.
Any sign of magic?
So has he asked us to go in and grab bolts of silk?
Yeah, he said, so just, so he's up there, there's one that's been watered. Got a little ruin on the side of it. That one will be nice for putting these in.
Well, we're kind of filthy.
I'll grab it.
Could you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. What you're saying? Convince him to hand it to us instead of going in.
I was hoping to get him to hand it down to us, because we're kind of dirty. I don't want to dirty up the inside of your mistress's caravan.
Well, you're gonna have to move some of this stuff to the front of it, anyways. Yeah,
I'll
but he
get
gets
it.
up. Gooseneck, all right, you get in. So there is absolutely magic when you look inside Fathom. In fact,
Oh, well, see, maybe Gooseneck should have known that before he got in.
it's not as fun that way. Okay, so there is transmutation, a strong aura of transmutation magic at the threshold. And Gooseneck, you kind of step up, and as you step through, you hear the dwarf snicker just a little bit, and all the mud and snow and stuff just disappears from your body as you step through the threshold. No dirt comes with you.
Huh.
Okay.
You've been dry
Well,
cleaned.
I'll grab the silk and I'll come back out and say, I'm clean.
Is he clean when he comes out?
He's clean when he comes out. Says the mistress put in a little surprise for people when they cross the threshold. Cleans them up. She's not fond of dirt in there.
Run the elf through.
Simple little spell, I've been told, but it's permanent.
Permanent?
So our lizard is permanently clean?
No. He can go roll in the mud as much as he wants. Now I'm going.
Would it stick to him?
Okay.
No, it's just I think if he goes through it again, he'll be like at the lizard.
Oh, the
walk
spell. The spell on the
Okay.
on the caravan is permanent. Got it. Not me.
Are there any spells you might want to tell us about? Because, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it being a fellow dwarf, but I don't take very kindly to just having spells surprised on us like that.
So he leans in close, and this is closer than he's leaned in before Corncob. So he's kind of leaning in a like a friendly dwarven way, and
Okay.
you feel like it's not necessarily part of. He's not acted like that before, and he leans in and says, "Well, I'm getting used to a little bit of the magic. Not too bad, but nothing too dangerous in here." But when he does, make a perception or an insight. You may use either one you like as he leans in and talks to you.
Well, they're both the same, so. Wait a minute. 25. No, 22.
Woo! All right, 20 was what you needed. Something seems amiss to you when he gets in close.
Oh, really? Well, that's shocking.
You know, he it looks just as he leans in. That's such a good perception roll. There's two things you think is wrong. There's something wrong with the I don't know, the smell about him a little bit, perhaps. It kind of, the hair on the back of your neck stands up just a little bit, and he has got a nice ruddy complexion, just like the perfect image of a dwarf. But as he leans in, you realize that it is makeup, perfectly done makeup.
Oh, crap.
May I
Okay,
ask
well,
Barney a question?
I'll take that under advisement. Thank you, brother.
Hi. Yes. And go ahead, Joel. What's your question?
I'm going to, as Barney and I are chatting and I'm tuning my harp up, I'm going to say, this appears to be a quite valuable cargo and even a valuable vehicle. Why would they leave only one kind of rickety-looking dwarf to guard all of this? Do you happen to know this guy? Is he a powerful warlock?
Don't know him at all. Don't recognize these folk. They're not from around here. Oh, they're not from around here. But he didn't. When he pushed me off the back of that wagon, he just seemed like he hardly had to lift a hand to do it. So I think he's more than a rickety old dwarf. He's a pretty sturdy fellow.
Huh. Well, I guess that's why they would just leave him to guard all this valuable merchandise.
I'm going to try to catch Abron's eye.
Okay. You guys have been working together for a long time. Abron, you're waiting for something, so you see Corncob looking over at you.
Flipping the high sign.
I saunter over just to make sure I still can retain line of sight of this little fake dwarf.
Okay.
But I don't want to. I want to be within bow shot, but able to move away if necessary.
All right.
So that's fine.
We should probably
Good
keep
elf.
him out of the magic wagon.
Yes, he shouldn't be in the magic wagon. Okay, so is all the stuff piled up there? Has he gotten his inventory done?
Yeah, he's got his inventory now. He's just waiting for you to load it in.
We're wrapping stuff in silk, right? Okay, so we're going to start moving stuff. And
well, you've been in there already. Do you want to get up in there and I'll hand you stuff?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. He's watching.
Try to motion to Fathom to watch this dwarf and
now can he see me in the wagon?
Oh yeah, can I see him in the wagon, or is he skated back in time with the
dwarf can.
Theremin,
can the dwarf?
Theremin,
sorry.
Can see not when you're loading towards the front, but when you reach out. But he can't see what you're doing inside the wagon once you take the thing back.
Okay, so while I'm waiting for Corncob to hand me the next item, I'm going to grab my shield and throw it up behind me and say the magic words, just so it's floating there, ready to go.
Okay. All right, yeah, you got it back there.
I am definitely watching the dwarf, but also the wagon, in case there's some other component that I did not detect yet.
Um,
And I'm taking my sweet time and keeping my one eye on the dwarf to see if he's going to do anything odd or mystical passes or anything like that.
right. No, he doesn't seem to be doing that. He seems to just sort of be relaxing, letting you guys load up the items. It does strike you
Yeah.
a little bit
Go ahead.
odd that no reason that you see he couldn't have been loading this stuff. Instead
Well,
of
except he's
waiting there.
undead or something. Hmm.
But he's just watching you. He's not stopping you, not doing anything strange, other than he's really watching all of you, very, very kind of keenly. So yeah, you continue. I'm going to move you, Gooseneck, because you're in the wagon.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So you hand him things. You're all you two. Fathom, are you also handing up things, or is it just Corncob? I know you said you had a vase when you came over.
Yeah, I guess it'd look weird if I didn't do something. So,
Well, hand me the
not
vase, and I'll hand it up
Okay, yeah, we'll
to
do it like
El
firemen and stuff.
Lagarto.
There's an artifact.
Yes, that's
chain.
exactly it. Spread out so that we're not all in one spot.
Ooh, the vase. They're handing me a vase.
Yeah.
Oh, we better watch.
Oops, I dropped the vase.
Oh,
Ooh, you should. Yeah, do that.
Oh. Now what happened?
Okay.
Butterfingers. Sorry, it was the goose
I meant
grease.
to warn you about that. Our lizard, a little slippery sometimes.
Okay. So you drop the vase. Like you just let it kind of fall out of your hands and out of the.
Whoops.
Chicken grease. He's always
Yeah.
got chicken grease
Okay.
on his hands.
Because
Three
so you
Stooges.
have to drop it
Sorry.
outside.
There's
So
a
you reach
whole
down.
Three Stooge with it.
Well, so here's a little bit of interest too, because that was a good roll on my reflex save. This dwarf's hand shoots out really fast, grabs the vase. Zai, be careful with these things. And he was a good 3 feet away. He had to take a step forward, grab it.
So he moved over and grabbed that quicker than any dwarf I've ever seen.
Yep, undoubtedly.
Ah, damn it.
Just sort of
Is
delicately puts it back up to you.
Could this be our satyr friend again?
Your satyr friend was very quick, but this
Or another satyr friend?
this does not have the thing of fey about it, unless you think it's a trick, a big elaborate fun trick.
Doesn't
which it
have
could
the
be.
thing of fey.
Yeah.
So I don't
Hmm.
detect any magic on him, right? Or that he himself is magical.
No, you don't see magic on this dwarf.
Hmm.
I don't believe that for a minute.
What do I think is the heaviest thing there?
The bust thing that you're kind of going in
And
last.
we're going to put the bust in last, correct?
Yep, that's the plan at least.
Well, I suggest how close are we to being done with the interim stuff before the bust?
As close as you want to be, because he's not going to stop you, and you're going to get it loaded. I'm just kind of letting you know, unless Abran gets Bo happy, it's all gonna. And he's just going to watch you the whole time, making sure that there's no Butterfingers incidents.
Well, obviously he's going to catch an arrow if Abran tries to shoot him. So
Going to catch more than that. All right. Well, looks like we're down to just the bust. Are there any special instructions? Oh, wait a minute.
Yes,
No.
Gnome has a.
What kind of draft animals are pulling this wagon?
So there's none that you see here.
Okay.
So they must be off stabled somewhere or something.
Or that's the magic on the axles that makes it go.
Could be.
Could
I
be.
say we finish loading what's going to be our wagon full of our stuff.
So you don't want me to fireball it. All right, gotcha.
Not
No,
yet.
Not yet. Fireball's always an option.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out if we can fit a corpse in here with the bust.
As long as it's not our corpses.
All right, so you get the last, you kind of get the last piece, and you begin to.
I'm going to
load it in.
struggle with it. I'm going to struggle with it since it's a heavy bust.
It is heavy.
And let's see. Is there a performance?
Should we?
Yeah, I have a +1 in
I'm gonna-
performance. I'm going to make it seem like I'm having way more trouble with it than I should be having.
Should we Joss? I'm gonna whisper to the dwarf. Should we to our dwarf, the corncob? Should we throw the bust at him, see if he catches it, and then attack him when he catches it?
So it would be really hard to whisper that as you're in the wagon.
Okay,
and
well,
loading
I'm just
stuff.
gonna go in that direction. He's starting to jostle it. I'm starting to jostle it. Let's just throw it at him.
Make a performance check, Corncob.
Okay, my performance check is a 17.
Whoa, okay.
And I'm struggling with it as I'm trying to lift it up into the wagon.
So he reaches.
What is the dwarf? What is Theremin doing besides whining
Let me give you a
in an
hand.
off-key and annoying fashion?
And he leans over and he helps you. He says, "Let me steady it for you," and he kind of grabs an edge of it and gives it a lift. Clearly, he's not trying to lift it in there. He's just trying to make it steady. But Gooseneck, did you say you're just going to topple it over onto him? Is that what I heard?
Push it on him. Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna right towards him.
Yeah, I think he's reading what I'm putting down.
Okay.
Oh
All
gosh.
right. I like it. I like
And then
it.
I'm going to shout, "Now!"
The time for subtlety has passed.
The time for
We are
subtlety.
going to get arrested.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to
No.
say this is very easy. I'm going to say roll initiative, but I'm going to say that when we get back from our break.
Okay.
Oh.
Because
Cliffhanger.
we need to
Cliffhanger.
take
Oh man, it's taken a long time to get to some blood.
I don't know. We tend to always sort of cliffhang right at the break time. So let's take 10 or 15 minutes, everyone. Get up, stretch, get drinks of water, bathroom break, and we'll see everyone out there watching in 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll see if this dwarf prevents this giant statue. And I didn't say how much it weighed, but it probably weighs about 600 or 700 pounds. Get
Holy
pushed over.
gosh! So I didn't have to perform to struggle that much.
I mean, you kind of
Pretty heavy.
did. Both
That's-
of you are strong enough to lift it together. But yes, it's very heavy. All right.
Let's
so when
hope
we
we
get
drop it right on his toe.
when we get back, we are going to figure out what happened. So see you all after the break. welcome back. If you missed us right before the break, you missed me saying, roll initiative.
Roll for initiative.
Michael's favorite words in the world.
It is. It is. He's got the D&D shirt on to compete. Or
I need a roll for initiative T-shirt.
you do. Yeah.
Corncob
So
gets a 17.
you've toppled this onto them. All right, Pugh, what was your initiative? Wait. Mute or something.
He's got his mouth full of food and he's glitching.
17.
17. Gooseneck.
19 plus 1. 20. Yeah.
Ooh, all right. Corncob. What was that again?
17.
Abran.
16.
And Fathom.
Also 16.
Okay.
Wow.
I know, right?
Waste
We're
these
really in
rolls
sync
on
right
initiative.
Now,
Yeah.
this you probably all wanted to be very high for this because you know that this dwarf, whatever their nature might be, is incredibly fast. That being said, Gooseneck, you are obviously ready. You're the one that toppled that thing over. You get to go first.
All right. Well, the first thing I would like to do,
El Lagarto.
You are in the wagon, so I don't have your mini on the board.
that's
From
fine.
the top
But I'm-
rope.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm. Okay, so we topple the statue on him, and he's reacting to the statue at this point, right? Yes.
Yes,
That-
he's still
Do you
there.
want? Do you want us to try to roll to see if we can steer it onto him, or?
Oh no, Gooseneck got it on him. We're gonna.
Okay.
He will just have to make a saving throw. Come his turn.
Let's see here. Hang on. Let me. Okay. Let's. I'm gonna try this a little differently. I want to go into a rage.
Okay, I like it.
So I'm gonna we'll go ahead and zippity zap him. So it's a XTC of 13
All right.
for lightning damage.
Oh, I did not save.
All right, so 5 points of
comes the snow.
damage. Zap him for 5 points of damage, and then I'm going to jump on him and bite him with my hungry jaws and just hold on.
Ooh, all right.
Here, I'll
all right.
hug him. I'm gonna, because he's fast, but I'm gonna be riding him.
Right. All right.
Okay.
All right. So let's make a grapple check.
Bite attack.
Yeah, go ahead and make your bite
A
attack.
grapple check first.
Make your bite attack
Yeah,
first.
he's-
So you're going to get that either way. By the way, I started the snow.
He's not
because-
fast enough to get out of your belly.
Get in my belly.
Dwarf. All right, here we go. Ah, crap. I got a 9.
Hopefully, he doesn't claw his way out of his
No,
belly.
just sort of, he dodges off to the side, even though he's got the statue
Wow.
coming down.
Okay, well, so now I'm gonna just try to hold on to him.
All right, so this is an opposed grapple check, opposed athletics check, or he could use.
What does that mean? Is it
Well, you roll an athletics check, so roll your d20, add your athletics modifier. It's in your skills, and then I am going to use. I'm going to use dexterity, not athletics.
okay. 10 plus 6, 16.
Oh, I got 16 as well. So you are not able to. He's just very wiry for a. You didn't think he was going to be so nimble for a dwarf as you tried to grapple onto him. So you are unable to grapple him.
Okay. All right.
All right. So let's see. But you did get that. All right. So and
Lightning. He's wounded.
Yep. He is wounded, and it is his turn.
Oh,
my God.
crap.
Yeah, he's fast, but that's okay because you did sort of set this in your favor by throwing this 600-pound bust on him.
I hope that does some damage. Lands on his toe.
So you see him dodge off to the side and push the statue down with him over to the side. However, it looks like a big chunk of it sort of falls against his arm and scrapes as well. So I will let you, Gooseneck, since you threw it at him, roll the damage. Roll 2d6. This is going to be bludgeoning damage.
All right. 6 points.
All right.
Does anything look weird about his arm when this happens?
No, you'd think that it would do a little, you know, you can see that it pushes in, seems to do some damage, but it doesn't,
He doesn't have any weird colored blood or
Yeah.
anything.
You feel like his blood may be a little darker than you would expect necessarily, but more importantly, it seems like he just doesn't react with as much. You've struck people, you're all great combatants. You know that he's not taking the full damage of this. Like there's sort of resisting this bludgeoning damage and the bite damage and such. A little bit. He's still taking it though. Okay, so his turn is occupied with trying to shuffle this to the side, and it, bam, hits the ground, and part of it, you see a little crack go through the neck, and he goes, you'll pay for this. And it is Pugil's turn.
Pugil will excuse himself from the beggar and sprint to the back of the wagon. Is
Take a few turns, I bet.
I'm only 100 feet away, smart alecky spawn of the devil.
Your movement rate is your movement rate's 25, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
At
a
least
full,
I can walk a normal amount.
a
in
full
turn.
sprint, if you give all of your attention, other than a bonus action, it is going to take you this turn and the next turn to get there. This turn will get you halfway.
Oh my.
Okay. Now, is there anything blocking my entrance into the wagon if I wanted to go in it?
Well, so this was closer to the front of the wagon from your side of where you were. So there's nothing blocking your entrance to the back of the wagon. The front of the wagon doesn't really have a entrance. It's got a seat and a buckboard, I think they're called, and then a little window.
But if I wanted to get into the caravan part, nobody's standing in the door. I could get in there if I wanted to next round.
Gooseneck is Gooseneck's down. No, you're right. Yeah, you could get in there. You got to kind of
Okay.
probably go under the wagon side. Everybody's jostling around out in the back, but you could kind of slip under the wagon and go up.
Okay. I'm a cunning little gnome. I can do that.
Okay. All right, so you are running, you are moving dash. And Corncob.
Corncob's gonna flip my squid robe at him and try to entangle him to that rock or to the statue.
Nice.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
DC 15
All right.
against his dexterity or something
Yeah.
else.
Entangle him to the lizard.
Strength or dexterity. Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm going to entangle him
Ooh.
to the 500-pound bust.
Oh, so that's I roll a 26.
Yikes!
Holy moly.
So he
Hell of a
dodged that.
dexterity bar.
He dodged that, yeah. I used dexterity. He didn't strength out of the way. He dodged out of the
That's
way.
fine. Okay, go ahead.
You dodged
I see
me
what
right.
we're dealing
Least
with
a
here
plus
now.
6.
I was trying to be nice, but now, you've made that impossible.
I have. Abran, it's your turn.
Yeah, well, I got my bow out. I'm going to do what the elf ranger
I'll
does
use
and
my
shoot him with my bow.
I use my bonus action and withdraw it then if he dodged it.
Oh, okay.
I can withdraw
Yeah,
it on a bonus action.
absolutely.
Sorry, Abram, I needed to get that in there.
No worries. 25 to hit
Yes, that
on
hits.
my first arrow. And
Yep.
since he is injured, that will be... So 21 points of damage
Is that a magic bow?
for the first one.
I forget something.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is a magic bow.
All right.
And then we had a 22 to hit. Does that hit?
It does.
With 15 more points of damage with my magic bow.
Okay. 15 more points of damage. Wow. You're hitting them hard. Let's see. All right. Fathom?
So I seem to be in touching range of Corncob. Am I in touching range of Gooseneck? Or could I get
Yeah,
into it
because
without
Gooseneck is
provoking?
actually out here now. I should have pulled him out. Sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to touch him and cast protection from good and evil.
Okay.
Do I need to remind you what it works against?
It should be disadvantage
Yes.
for things like undead to attack him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Undead, Fae, Fiends, Celestials, Elementals, and Aberrations now have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. And the rest of it doesn't matter for today.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move all the way back that I can, all 30 feet away from this melee combat. I want no part of this. But if I have a bonus action, I'd like to just be looking around and make sure that Devona, or whatever her name is, like in case they have some kind of psychic connection, that she's not creeping up on us.
Right. Okay. Great. As you look around, and immediately, you don't see her at the moment.
All right. Keep an eye out for her.
All right. Okay. Back to Gooseneck. Gooseneck, you feel protected.
I feel all loosey goosey. Okay, so well, let's whackety whack with the axe. Why not?
Go for it.
Give it a shot. Oh, let's see. 1 sec. Okay, here we go. 15 plus 7, 22.
That hits.
That hit?
Yeah.
All right, for 5 points of damage.
All right.
And we'll swing again. 19 plus 7, 26 for 12 points of damage.
All right.
And then I want to zap him.
Okay.
So Dex DC 13.
My
for
dex
some-
save is an 18.
Okay, so half damage, 3 points. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I may not get to bite you, but I'm gonna smite you.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay. So, the end of your turn. So, the beginning, you watch. So, he just sort of straightens up after putting this statue on the ground last night, cracks his neck, and you watch some of those scrapes and things just sort of close
Ah,
up
crap.
on him. Not, not entirely. There's still some thick blood running down, but he goes, well, now it's time, ain't it? And he reaches out one of his hands at you, Gooseneck. Pulls out with a claw. That is a 20. Oh, disadvantage. Hold on. Yeah. That's a 23 to hit.
That's with disadvantage.
Ouch.
Oh, we're cooked.
That is with disadvantage.
Wow. Wow.
That hits.
All right, Gooseneck. So he does not. He does not. You see, sort of like like it's gonna be a swipe, and instead it grabs onto you, which grapples you. And he's two can bite, and he reaches forward with his mouth to bite you. Since you've taken a bite at him.
That's unfortunate.
Hey.
Okay.
And he has disadvantage on this, so we'll roll. Oh God, 20 is a disadvantage roll to hit you.
Good Lord.
Okay.
Gooseneck? Did that hit?
That hits. Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
That hits.
All right, so you take 9 points of piercing damage and 9 points of necrotic damage as you feel like you're like, you just feel the blood and you feel fatigued and a little bit tired. Right now, your maximum hit points are 9 lower than they were before.
Oh no!
So even if someone heals you, that last 9 is not coming back.
So how do I do that? Oh, max HP modifier?
Yeah, just take it down 9.
Well, okay, so is that, but that's, ooh, well, hang on, let's see here.
You also take 9 damage from that, yeah.
Right. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, so that would be half damage, right?
Oh.
On the bite?
On the bite, yeah, that first 9 would be half of that. So 4.
So 4 on that, but then
you take the full 9 necrotic damage.
Okay, and that is, do I do the max HP modifier, override max HP?
So you also, well, I would just do, that would do 2 things. One, take off the 9 hit points, and then the second is modify, because if you overrode it, it would be like permanent. And we're hoping it's not permanent, right?
So 9 modifier. Okay, there we go.
And you watch as your fatigue and energy, and you watch a little bit of blood, and you watch more of his wounds sort of close up as he sucks the life out of you on his bite.
Great.
Okay. And now it is Pugil's turn. And you are grappled, by the way. But Pugil.
And we are grappled.
He runs the rest of the way.
You run the rest of the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Here I come. Here I come.
And so the wagon is open. You're kind of at the back of it. Like,
can I get up in it?
If you make a really good acrobatics check, you can get in it this round. If not, it's going to take a little bit next round of your movement. You guys kind of swing back up in there.
14.
14, that's good enough. You sort of swing into the back of it. All right, you are in. I'm going to put you on top of the wagon. You're in it.
Can I see where they've moved in there? Can I see that big sword that they unpacked?
Yeah, it's back there on the bed.
I'm going to grab that.
You will have to grab it next round as you go back there and grab it. Okay. All right, so Pugil has run all the way up. I like it. Run in wagon. I don't know what you have planned, but we'll find out. Corn Cob, your turn. I think if you're talking, Jason, you are muted.
Well, in that case, I'll change my move. No, I'm going to guiding bolt him.
Ooh, okay.
With a 18 to hit, or an 18 missile.
Yes,
range attack.
That hits.
Dogs are excited.
It's very dramatic.
Wait. So how much damage? That definitely hit. Wait, your audio went out again, or is it just for me?
26 points of damage.
26. Okay.
And he's lit up like a Christmas tree.
All right. You see him, and he just sort of, you hear him, in the edges of these wounds, and including some of the old ones that didn't quite heal up all the way, sort of sizzle with that radiant. Is that radiant damage? It almost like cauterizes the wounds open. So it's the opposite of what it would be for normal.
Okay,
all
Frank,
right.
that's enough for Frankie. Sorry, not Frank or DM or dog.
All right, Frank, that's enough. No, I like.
Shut up, Frank.
That's enough out of you.
Stop farting.
Okay, Abran, it's your turn.
Well, I'm going to light him up some more.
Okay, you get advantage on
So-
your first roll because he is easy to see with this glowing radiant beacon from Corncob.
Ooh, cool. How about I rolled a 26 twice? So 26 to hit,
You hit him.
and 8 plus 15, 18 points of damage on the first one, and then not advantage on the second one, right?
Right.
But it's a natural 20. Thank you very much. So
Ooh.
32 to hit.
Double your damage dice.
So I get double my damage dice, which will be a 6 and a 7. So that's 15 more points of damage. Oh wait, plus 14 more because I didn't add my bonus in.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Oof.
6 and yeah.
All right. Interesting. Okay. So you see him start to fall. He goes, and he begins to sort of topple over. And just as he does, Fathom, out of the corner of your eye, you catch some movement out of the corner of your eye. See exactly. Yeah. So you watch someone move really quickly towards Abran. You're watching it, Fathom, because you can see it. It's not making a lot of noise, even though this figure is moving quickly. So Abran doesn't even know that it's coming. That's the end of Abran's turn. Fathom, you see
Gonna
this,
get another fireball.
and it's your turn.
Hey,
Oh no!
light me up. Light me up.
Hey.
Well, I will scream out, "Some Abran, look up behind you." But yeah, would fireball work in this situation?
Good question.
When does Fireball not work? I mean,
At
come
my
on.
point exactly.
All right. Well, I need
When
to
did
know
there was an
zone,
elf in the
that's
firing
when.
line last time.
a
Yeah.
20-foot radius sphere centered on a point that includes her, but attempts not to include Abran.
If you center it right on her, it will not hit Abran.
Okay, well, that sounds excellent. Let's do that.
Okay.
All right.
I guess
Abran's
So-
cool with 15.
Dexterity.
Yeah,
save.
Abran's cool if it was like 25.
Yeah, she gets
or
a Dex
whatever.
14 save.
Okay, her dexterity save. You can see her sort of.
Yeah, she shrugs this off.
Yeah, it's a 25. She just
But I bet she's not going to like fire very much.
probably
Yeah,
not.
I need more D6s.
Yeah, give me the damage.
Not fair.
She seems a little angry that her dwarven companion has fallen to the ground.
Oh, well, we'll have to remedy that.
Yeah. Well,
So half of
she can
26.
join him.
Half of 26. All right.
And I'm going to take another 30-foot step back. I don't want to be anywhere near any of that.
All right. Fathom is moving off screen where it's safe.
As long as I'm 120 feet in
Right.
range
You are.
of the madness.
You are. All right. So, Gooseneck, it's your turn. You heard Fathom scream out or yell out, to Abran, watch behind you. So you assume something's coming up behind Abran.
But the dwarf is
He's on the ground.
The dwarf is on the ground, but is he still alive, or is he? Does he look like he's toast?
No, it does.
Or
It looks a
whatever it
little bit
is.
like he's toast because of that radiant bolt that Corncob hit him with. You see, almost like his wounds quiver, like they try to heal, and then they just burn and sear, and he stops moving at all.
Okay. Well,
Let's get the
let's
vampire.
and what did you say, Eberyn?
Let's get that vampire lady thingy.
Okay. Yeah. So how far is she away? I can
She's
see her
about
coming in.
60 feet right now. 30 feet from Abran, 60 feet.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming she's heading in fast, hard and
Yes.
fast. So I'm gonna move up to Abran, and I guess I want to hold my action. Well, I can't really hold it. Wait for her to. She's too far away to zap, and she's too far away to get to. So I'm just gonna ready my axe and get ready to whack her when she comes in.
Okay. So you move up there, whoom, right after you move. You just see her move with unbelievable speed up to you.
Ooh, swing.
Well, it's right after you have done your turn,
Oh.
actually. And then she just whoom, up. And then now it's her turn. She didn't even waste a turn. Looks at... Ooh. Abran, she looks at Gooseneck, and she looks at you, and she goes to like lay a little hand on your shoulder, says, "You could help me out with this lizard." It is a charm. You're resistant because you're an elf, but you're not immune, right?
I am resistant.
Okay.
I have advantage against being charmed.
Okay, make an advantage wisdom saving throw as she.
He also has a tremendous ego. So that's
true. And this lovely lady seems to like you.
And
So I just add my
the
wisdom
foil-
bonus.
There's a wisdom.
Just add my.
There should be a wisdom save. It's a saving throw.
Okay.
up in the top left.
So, okay, how about 18?
Okay, you
16
feel
plus 2.
like the urge to help her is unbelievable, but this is your friend Gooseneck. You're just shake it off. No, you're not falling for that. You're not falling for it. You're not charmed by her.
Right. Awesome.
But it was really tempting.
Not today, Satan.
You envisioned a life of luxury for a moment in this wagon amongst all these silks. She must live in an incredible manner. So
not
much
today,
amazing
Karen.
things. You turned it down. Okay, so that is now Pugil's turn.
Who did you protection from evil, Fathom? Is that Gooseneck?
Yep.
Okay. Then I will step to the back of the wagon and protection from evil Abran.
Ooh.
Thank you, now.
Nice.
I'm not hopping down. I'm just gonna
Just the back,
poke my
right.
little head out and protection from evil Abran.
All right.
What do I get from that?
All kinds of goodies.
Yeah, the most
protection
important
from evil.
goodie is she has disadvantage on her attacks against you.
Okay, cool.
All right, Corncob, it's your turn.
Well, the saving throw thing is good too.
Yes, the saving throw as well. Advantage on this.
How far away is she from me?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Yep.
All right. I'll give it a whirl. I'll throw my robe of entanglement at her.
Ooh, okay. The robe just sort of
That'll work eventually.
flies off. Well, you. Oh yeah, you're not. Okay. Dexterity save. I rolled a low roll, but not that low. 15.
That's what it took, 15.
Okay.
I wish I had
He's
some kind of benefit, but I don't.
Both of these creatures have been incredibly fast.
Yeah, it's all right. I got a defective item. I know it. Tried it twice. That's it. I'll stick with the water walking. Thank you. That one never fails.
Well, I'll trade it for my comfortable head. Maybe that'll make you feel a little better.
Yeah, maybe that'll help. All right, so I blew that one. Do I still have a bonus action?
You have a bonus and a move still, and your movement.
I'm just going to stomp on the other dwarf's head.
Okay.
As hard as I can.
All right. You go
Double
walking
tap.
over there. It does not. It responds.
I'm trying
as though
for
a
pulp
corpse,
here. Just
yeah.
pulp.
Responds to your stomp as though it was a corpse on the ground.
Good.
Abran, it is your turn now.
As I shrug off that feeble charm attempt, I look at Karen and say, Karen, this lizard has been my friend for a long time. I'm going to bite you with my sword now. And that is a 20 to hit, not natural.
Ooh, that hits.
With 11 points of damage, and then it's Colossus, so 7 more, so 18 points of damage.
Okay.
And then on my return swing, I roll a miss, which is probably 13 to hit.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Okay.
Okay.
But that was a magic sword. Just a
Right.
a reminder.
So right after you, I got to read this. Yeah, right after you make that swing, she reaches out with her hand to attack you. You can just, her hand jerks forward incredibly fast. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. You feel her grab like the back, like almost like you would grab the scruff. She scruffs you, basically, and pulls you in. So you are considered grappled, but that's all that happens right after your turn. And now it's Fathom's turn.
She's gonna bite me. She's gonna bite me.
I
Fireball
am
her
going
again.
to-
Yeah, he's been burned before. Go ahead.
I
Yeah.
can't. I'm actually out of the juicy ones. But I'm going to do Chill Touch, which stops them from healing, I think. Except I'm going to hit really crap. Where's my 2 hit? It's 11. I don't think that hits.
No, it does not.
Alas.
And all right, so you are in Chill Touch. You're gonna stay that distance that you are. No movement. Off screen over there.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I can handle it up there on the front.
Okay. Before Gooseneck is able to do anything, she leans down, and you had it right, Abran. She leans down to bite you.
Dope.
Oh, I didn't roll great. 19. Does that strike you, Abran?
That hits. Yeah, that
Okay.
hits.
And this is
Didn't roll
disadvantage because of well, it's a wash in this case, but because you're grappled. But yes. All right. So you take 6 points of piercing damage from this bite,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can feel your energy just being sucked out. Oh, that's horrible.
Now, is Abram still protected or not?
Yeah, he's protected.
Okay.
I don't think that stops this. It just means a disadvantage.
No, that's fine.
6 necrotic damage, Abran, and your maximum hit points are reduced. Right,
Okay.
for now.
So I
by
do six more points of damage, so 12 points total, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And you watch some of those wounds that she took heal up as she pulls your life from you. Of course. And now it's Gooseneck's turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to whack her with my axe. Here we go. 21. Assuming that hits.
Yeah.
Not a natural, but it's... and for 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing at her again. Another 21 for 15 points of damage.
Ooh.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to use my Hungry Jaws. Once per short rest, as a bonus action, you can make a bite attack. If it hits, you gain 2 temporary hit points.
All right. Make your bite attack.
All right, here we go. Come on. 11 plus 6, 17. Does that hit?
It does. Amazing.
Yeah. All right. So she takes 5 points of damage. Does that mean I get 2 of my necrotic points back?
You just get 2 temporary hit points. So it stacks 2. There should be a box for temporary hit points there as well, and you get 2 of them.
Okay. Boop. There we go.
All right.
Good job.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. She doesn't do anything.
Nobody bites my friend.
Very. Okay. And so now it's her turn. She's still got Abran grappled. So she just says, "Oh, tasty elf." And bites at you again, Abran. Ooh, you're squirming around a little bit. Maybe not as good this time. 18. Does an 18 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So that is 8 points of piercing damage. And... oh, and I rolled good that time. Uh-oh.
Not in my perception. Not, yeah.
We can always get another elf. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Although I will say that at least it wasn't the critical it could have been. So 17 points of necrotic damage as she pulls that life. You watch her just sort of, the veins pulse on her neck as she pulls in your blood. And 17, lower your maximum by 17 more and take 17 points of damage.
Okay, nobody gets to beat on my elf but me.
He says from inside the wagon.
I'm not amused.
He says from inside the wagon.
She's got this wonderful elf battery. She likes it. So she takes a bite, and then she also slashes out at you, Gooseneck. After she takes that bite. That is a... wait. No, that's I got to roll my... don't forget. So disadvantage that is
right?
an 18 to hit.
Yeah, she hits.
Okay. She hits hard. So it ends up being 8 points of bludgeoning damage. But she doesn't grab onto you. She's still scruffing Abran around, pulling him in. So apparently can't hold you both at the same time. And now, Pugil, it is your turn.
Well, I'm disgruntled. You don't get to treat my elf and my lizard this way. I'm going to step to the rear of the wagon and strike a Gene Simmons-style power chord on my war harp. And using my Mantle of Majesty ability, I'm going to cast the command spell and tell her to grovel.
Ooh.
Make a wisdom save or stop your monkey business.
So her wisdom save is a 20.
Oh, really?
Dang.
Oh.
Hmm.
Don't.
We're
Perhaps
dead.
she'll fumble.
And so she just looks up. You should be the one groveling, little one.
Good try,
Hmm.
Pujol.
Are you hiring?
I am in need of help now. Looking at the stomped head of the dwarf, Corncob's trying to muck him off of his boots, probably. Okay, Pujol, do you want to still poke your head back in the wagon after that?
I think that's all I can do, but yeah, I want to stay out of her reach.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, that's that was good. Corncob, your turn.
All right.
Abrand's looking drained.
I'm going to go ahead and use my second level guiding bolt
Okay.
with 21 to hit, I guess.
Okay. That absolutely hits.
All right. $22 points of damage.
Very
And
nice.
she's lit up.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
It might be water elemental time.
Okay.
It might be.
I think it's anything you got time.
Yeah, she is lit up. After she kind of almost like she's shielding from, and it's not that bright a light, but she shields herself a little bit and just hisses. You hear this hiss come out of her. It is, and some of it might actually be the physical sound of the wounds sizzling on her body.
Nice.
And immediately afterwards, though, she says, she takes another bite at you, Abrand, while she's...
It didn't distract her and make her drop him.
Yeah, does she, if she flinches like that, do I have an opportunity to break away?
On your turn is when you can break away. So no, she's got a good grip. This disadvantage is going to help a lot this time. I rolled, so that's a 11 to bite you.
Miss?
All right, so she reaches down, and I guess perhaps that did distract her enough where she couldn't bite. All right, after your attack, Corncob. All right, so Guiding Bolt, she's lit up. Abrand, it is your turn. You have a choice. You are scruffed, which makes it easy for her to bite you. You can either try to escape, or you can continue to attack her, but you'll stay in her grip.
Run
If
your
I'm in
sword
her
up
grip,
from
I'm
under
just-
her chin. Pin
Yeah,
her
but
mouth
if
together.
I'm in her grip, she's able to heal from any damage that we do to her, because she just feeds off of me and sucks me.
It seems
Dry.
that way, yeah.
I'm going to do everything I can to break loose.
Okay. Will you, I don't know if you would look up, I'm not positive if, does Protection from Good and Evil work for skill checks as well?
Let me check.
If they get advantage on this, it would be great.
The target has advantage
Is
on
this-
saving throws against certain effects. So
Yeah.
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Does this
Can't be
be
charmed, frightened, or
athletics?
possessed.
No, well, you may choose athletics or acrobatics, and since
Okay.
you're the one trying to worm your way out.
Yeah.
But she's got
Let's
a good grip. on
do... I was lucky. 18 plus... Acrobatics is +5, athletics is +6, so we'll get it 24.
Oh, you were able to wrench yourself free of her on your turn. All right, so you're standing next to her still, but you've used your turn to just twist out of her grasp.
Do I have anything else in my action?
No,
Besides
you have
that?
your movement left, and a bonus action if you
Okay.
have something you can do as a bonus.
I don't really have anything I can do as a bonus, and the only thing I can do is move. I'd like to take a few paces back, just so I can use my more potent weapon of a bow.
Okay.
Not to leave my counterpart within striking range.
As
but-
you step back, just she takes
Meat
the opportunity to
shield.
try to reach out but
Mhm.
that protection again, it just whooshes by you. Her hand, which strikes like a club almost, but you're able to back up a little bit. All right. Nice, very nice, Aberrant. So you are able to free yourself and move. Fathom, it's your turn.
Well, I think the bolt is still my best chance here. No, what's good? Chill touch.
Okay.
Which luckily I can touch from very far away. Let's see. 21.
That hits.
Uh, 12 total damage.
Okay.
And that prevents her from healing?
Yes, the target can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Yep.
And a spectral hand is
Nice.
clinging to her.
Very nice. All right. Got it. After, so she, ooh, that's gonna be rough. So, she is kind of seeing that with this singe, with this spectral hand clinging to her. After your turn, she moves back very quickly. Gooseneck, this actually, as she
You get an
leaves,
attack
she
of
leaves
opportunity?
she leaves herself a little undefended for a moment as she zips backwards.
Swing my axe right at her stupid head. 18 plus 7, 25
That's a
for
hit.
15 points of
Oh!
damage.
Take that. Take that,
Wow,
Karen.
you ad-brand that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, wow. And Gooseneck, it is your turn.
Well, let's take the fight to her.
Okay.
Jump in there and swing at her again. Bam! 15. That hit?
15 does not hit.
All right. Well, can't knock him out of the park all the time. Here we go. What? Oh, whoa! Crap! Just lost my
But you
die.
can knock them off the
Try it
table, I
again.
guess.
Here we go. 19 plus 7, 26 for
That hits.
12 more points of damage.
That definitely hits.
And I I get a bonus action. I want to bite her again. Oh no, wait, I can't do that. All right. Well, we'll zap her with some lightning.
Okay.
So Dex DC 13.
29 save.
All right. So
Twen-
take 2 points of damage.
Okay. All right.
And I'm done.
Oh, that's. Oof. Okay.
Is she hurting? Come on, she's hurting.
She seems to be hurting a little bit. Yes.
Just a little.
Just a little.
All right, but it's not her turn yet. Wait, it is her turn. Okay. So
She gets multiple turns? Didn't she just move away from Aberrant?
she does get multiple turns in the middle of all your
Okay.
turns.
Wow.
She seems to be
Okay.
quite
She's that fast.
very fast. There's a couple things she gets to do. I just realized I need to grab a miniature. Oh no, I wasn't prepared. Whatever shall I do?
No, you don't get to use it then.
I guess. Well, I mean, I have these other ones that are great stand-ins, but you don't want me to use those.
No, they're probably weeby sculpts.
Yeah, they're weeby. Exactly. We don't want to endanger everybody with those.
The weeby scopes.
Well, your nice village lady is putting some hurting on us, Bobby. So I don't know if I'd.
Yeah, I don't
Take too
think
much
I'm going to
credit.
take this one.
That's true. This is maybe not the.
We made short work of my barrel dwarf.
Were these both Bobby Jacksons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Yes,
at this.
today's pain is brought to you by Bobby Jackson.
Bobby Jackson. Today's pain.
Also
is-
known
I
as
liked how-
good old
I liked how
Pokey.
fast. I liked how fast that dwarf could move, yet also retain his barrel at the same time.
I know, it's amazing. Okay, we're gonna do like a weird audible here. We're gonna do a strange audible call. I'm going to outside. You see her sort of tilt her head up. Whoa, boy. And as you do, let's see how long this is gonna last. You hear from in town, like a large sounding pack of wolves suddenly
Oh, great.
howl.
Oh my golly.
Oh,
That's what we
boy.
need.
Who's
But
got
they're-
that ring?
They're
Hello.
Yeah.
they
Fire up your animal love there.
Okay, so that is she's backed up. That's what she does on her turn. She does this this
We gotta
silent
polish
call
her
that
off.
you hear wolves howling in response to. You don't know how long it's going to take them to get there, but they didn't sound that far away. Pugil, it's your turn.
She and she's still gooseneck foolishly closed with her again. Is that the one? She's
Yes.
still she
Yeah,
does not move away from gooseneck.
Gooseneck closed with her. However, you do notice that this, as she sort of stumbled back this round, between the glowing radiance that Corncob had put on her and the clinging, grasping claw that Fathom has put on her, it looks like she's she's not healing up the way she does usually. So they're pressing her, is your best guess.
Is there any way I could cast my wall of thorns and hit her and not gooseneck?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I want to do.
Okay. I think I have to make a dex. What kind of saving throw do I need? A dexterity saving throw? Feel like.
Let me look.
Feel like.
Yes.
Dexterity.
Must make a dexterity savings throw. Let's see.
Oh.
Okay. Because I'm in its space right now, basically. I don't get a choice because
Yes.
you're putting it on me. And
I'm putting it on you.
Let's see. You were not one of the ones that are protecting. All right. So my dexterity save is 21.
Whoa.
Okay. Ouch.
So this
She only had
wall-
to beat a 14.
Do I take half damage?
Yes, you do.
Okay. how
So
much is that?
instead of 31 points, you take, I guess, 15?
Yep.
Or 16?
15. All right.
Disappointing.
I mean,
Disappointing.
it's still this wall of thorns shoots across.
She can't heal from it yet.
No, she's not healing from it yet. And I'm gonna. Okay. So the wall of thorns shoots across. I'm assuming you want it kind of behind her. You didn't want to cut her
Yeah,
off
so
from the
if she,
corncob.
that's correct. If she tries to run away, she's going to have to run through the wall of thorns.
Right. Okay. So yeah, it scratches across her back,
No,
tearing
she's
some of
going
her
down. We are going to.
fine
We're
silk.
killing her. She is not retreating.
Yep. We got to get rid of the only way to get rid of the wolves is to kill her.
Okay, Corncob, it's your turn.
Corncob is going to cast a spiritual weapon.
Ooh.
And so I
Oh
rolled a
wait!
hit.
I'm sorry. I forgot. I get to cast command again as a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I apologize. So she's got to make a wisdom saving throw or grovel.
Right. And what's my DC on that?
14.
Okay, so this is a 17 on her save this time. So she does not.
I apologize for interrupting.
She grovels to no one.
Well, there's always next round.
Corncob, what was that? I'm sorry.
I'm casting a spiritual weapon. We're level 6 or level 5? I can't remember.
You're level 6.
Level 6.
And close to 7.
Assuming we live.
All right, so that's a 24 with a natural 20.
Ooh, that hits.
Nice.
Boom. So that is going to be 3 of these. So 19.
19 damage. Wow.
I don't know what I get for the natural 20. I can't remember.
You double the damage dice.
You get to roll.
Oh.
If you roll a natural 20.
But not your bonus.
Not the bonus, right?
Not the bonus, right? It's just the
Okay,
damage
so
dice.
another 15.
Oof. Okay. 19. Wow.
It's all magic. All magic, baby.
Okay. Looks appropriately injured. Okay. Okay. After that, she carefully this time, Gooseneck, just sort of moves quickly, so you're not able to swing at her. She sort of covered her tracks that time as she moves right after Corncob's attack.
She doesn't run through the thorns?
She is going to run through the thorns. Roll that damage. She just doesn't want to be there anymore.
Another 30 unless she makes a dex save.
She makes her dex save.
So 15.
Okay. She looks tore up over there, but standing a little ragged.
But did he get attack of opportunity when she left?
No.
She was
covered
careful.
her. Yeah, she was careful.
Oh, she was
moved
careful.
out.
Okay. How far did she go?
30 feet.
Damn it.
Abran, it is your turn.
How far is she from me?
About 45
Light
feet.
her up.
You're
Yeah.
here, and she is about 45 feet away.
I'm going to actually back
Take
up
her
a
out,
little bit
Abran.
between the spaces of the crates,
Okay.
but still keep line of sight. So I want to keep a couple of obstacles from her to me.
Yep.
So I don't want to be her blood bank again, because those hickeys aren't healing up very well. And I'm going to do 30 to hit, about 30 to hit.
That will hit.
I think that'll hit. Oh. And then 6 plus 13, 15 points of damage on the first one.
Oh, after
And
that
then-
first hit, she falls, crumples in the street.
No
And
time.
with my second arrow, I hit her again with 19 to hit.
All right, that hits.
And this time it's 14 points more of damage because
Okay.
I want to
Let
double
up.
tap her ass. Yeah.
Let up.
All right.
I don't know if that matters or not, but I'm
I mean,
Abran's pissed.
I know none of you want to. All right, Fathom, it's your turn. You're way off on the other side, on this side, but way out there.
She looks really dead, right? Not just
Well,
dead.
Just keep.
she looks like she's crumpled in the street at the
Hope
moment.
her.
You're like 100 feet away, so it's hard to tell from your distance if she's dead.
Right. Well, just
You
to
need
be
to
sure,
put a
we're gonna
stake in her heart.
chill touch some more.
Okay. All right.
Stake her heart.
18.
18 hits. Okay. All right. Chill touch.
13.
13. You watch as that chill touch hits her. She just, her body disappears and a mist forms around and just sort of begins to sort of move very slowly out there.
No, that's not good. That's not good. That's cheating.
That's cheating. Cheating.
How do you attack a mist?
How do you attack a mist? Interesting. So it's now it's moving very slowly, but away from you. The mist is, however, fathom. That is, so the claw just sort of falls off of it. Gooseneck.
For my bonus action, I want to look around and see if the other guys are coming.
Bonus action, you look around, see no other people coming.
Wolves?
Oh, the wolves. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
They're
no,
still
this has just been one other round. So no, you hear their howls and the pats of their feet, kind of moving.
Okay, so whatever
closer.
we did not distract her. I'd actually like to move closer to the party now.
Okay.
30 feet.
Yeah, you move in 30 feet. Sorry, I moved that big crate. All right. Gooseneck, now it's your turn.
Attack the mist, Gooseneck. Lightning bolt the mist.
Okay, sure, I'll go attack the mist.
No. Give me my dice back.
I'll first I'll try to, well, let's get over to it as close as I can, and I want to zap it. Try to zap the mist with my storm aura. Some lightning.
I am gonna have to do a quick move of the cameras to get the mist.
Do you have a special mist miniature?
No, I don't have a mist. Oh, well, actually, sure. I'll use it's not really a mist, but I had this out for other reasons, so I'll use this.
Ah.
Oh.
Green mist.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Somebody got a scope.
That's really
It's not a
cool.
Reaper.
It's almost like a Guthrie kind of.
Yeah.
Doesn't look familiar.
I don't recognize that.
So you go over there and you swing at it? Is that what you were doing? Or
Well,
storm aura
first I want to, First
Okay.
I want to try to zap it with some lightning.
Yeah, so
XTC 13.
your lightning goes off. There's no decks to move around, but it just sort of goes through the mist as though there's no body to hit.
So it doesn't take any damage from it?
It doesn't seem to be taking
Doesn't
any
appear
damage
to?
from it.
All right. Well, I'll swing with my axe. I don't have a lot I can do.
All right.
Swing at the mist. Swing and a mist.
Swing and a mist.
18 plus 7, 25.
Okay.
That hit?
It does.
Does that hit the mist?
Sort of hit it slashes through the mist.
Slashes through the mist. There's no damage?
You don't feel like there's any damage on it. And that makes you uncomfortable. This mist.
I'm going to kind of look at the guys and be like,
No, I got a plan.
Well,
I got a plan. Pretty bad.
Okay.
Because I got nothing.
Yeah. We're fresh out of plans at the moment.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
I'm
not
done.
armed for mists.
Okay. You
I
watch
think
this
next
mist
time we go to
sort
the
of
magic store.
Well, there is one thing we could do. But,
move
well,
a little bit as the mist sort of glides away from you. And Pugh, it's your turn.
Can I do my bonus action first? Or do I have to do that
No,
at the
you
end
could do
of
it
my
first.
turn?
It doesn't have to, unless it's a follow-up attack that says you get a bonus action
Okay.
after you've attacked. You can do it anywhere at time.
No, because my ability to cast a command lasts for a minute. How many rounds are in a minute?
Oh, 10 rounds in a minute.
10.
Okay. So I am going to cast command again. But instead of grovel, I'm going to command her to manifest.
Oh, interesting. So nothing happened. Nothing changes. She doesn't manifest herself in any way.
Disobedient. All right. That's right. That's okay. It's going to be tougher on you later. She's not tangible. All right. No, that's another bonus action. The only thing I got left to do is a bonus action. So
You've already had a bonus action.
I know. So I can't really do anything practical.
Okay.
And I'm still standing in the back of the wagon.
Yes.
Can I hop down? I'm going to grab that sword and hop down and run it through the spokes of the wheels into the suspension so the wagon cannot move.
Okay. Ooh, you've done so. Run it through.
Peugeot boot.
Yeah.
There you go. You've been booted, baby. You've been booted.
Boot the wagon. All right. I like it. Corncob.
Corncob is going to cast. Well, wait a minute. Let me make sure I still can. Yes, I can. Wind wall.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to form it in a column, a circle, around the mist.
Cylinder.
A cylinder.
Okay. All right.
And,
with a top.
I can't do it.
You can't do it with that spell.
But I'm going to catch as much of that mist. I'm going to make it shrunk enough that it's going to contain her.
Okay.
So I'm going to also attempt to use it to bludgeon her with that.
All right.
Putting a sleeve around her. That's what I'm doing with wind.
Yeah.
I think you can do that without any kind of save, or you just shape it around her, so there's no problem with you doing that.
Yep.
All right.
But doesn't she take damage when you first do that?
No. She can make a strength saving throw.
Okay. She's going to fail that. Well, she's a mist, so... oh wait, that to hold her in, it's a strength saving throw. That's interesting.
Well,
she
makes a saving throw to take half damage from my bludgeoning attack.
Okay. All right. She makes her save and then would take half damage.
All right. So here comes a bludgeoning attack. So 18, so she takes 9.
Okay.
And I'm going to concentrate on keeping that cylinder around her.
All right. All right. Corncob cylinder. Abran.
I don't really see a whole lot of actions that I can do since the axe didn't seem to do anything. I'm going to move in a little closer and then hold action after that.
Okay.
Oh, I meant to say I was going to follow up too. I'm sorry. I was going to run a little bit closer to her.
I'm going to move into Gooseneck zone. So I already abandoned him once. I'm going to come back to his side.
All right. Back to Gooseneck's side again. All right. Fathom.
I think if I did my thing, it would ruin Corncob's thing. So I'm going to get closer. I'm going to stand behind Gooseneck or something. I maybe can't get that far this round. I don't know.
I mean, if you move and then dash, like use your action to dash, you could get behind Gooseneck if you wanted.
Yeah, I want to be within like at least 50 feet of her.
Okay, yeah. You're going to have to dash if you want that this round. Just move you in there. Okay. And Gooseneck, it's your turn. There's a wind wall, a cylinder around her.
Right.
I think you can shoot into it, though.
Any ordinary projectile is deflected upward.
No, that's from her side. From our side,
Okay.
we can. I'm pretty sure.
But she's still a
Launch the
mist.
target's
So
behind. She's behind the wall, so it's
Oh, okay.
anything we shoot at her that's ordinary gets deflected upward.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean extraordinary stuff has to be deflected upward.
Spells will go through, but arrows and stuff are not.
well, again, I got nothing. So next.
All right.
Well,
You
get
just
closer to her.
standing there
If
going,
you
"Oh."
stood next to her, you could do your
Sure,
lightning
I'll-
thing.
Well, but it didn't do. Sure,
Oh.
I'll try to
You
zap
can
her in
lightning
the
her.
wind.
You can chop her.
Well, but
You just
she's
can't
in the
throw
wind wall,
anything
so I
at her.
can't.
Yeah, she
Well,
is.
But she's
circled.
still a mist, right? So I can't.
She is a mist.
can't hit
and
her.
There's like a wall
True.
of
Yeah, that's true.
air between them.
Yeah.
I mean, you can-
I think at this point we're gonna have to get Pugh to command her to either reanimate or materialize, or we're gonna have to figure something else out.
I can hold this wall up for 10 rounds or a minute or whatever.
Okay.
So it's not disturbing her mistiness.
Can I ask a question? When she turned to mist,
Mhm.
was she Was she looking? Did she make a movement after she turned to mist? Did she move forward? Or did she start retreating?
No, so
In this
she
form.
started. So she like fell to the ground, crumpled, and then after the damage, the extra damage, she turned into mist, and then began to move away from you all, retreating.
So, my thought is she's trying to escape. So we have to keep her from escaping. She's most likely a vampire, since she sucked the shit out of my blood and my life force. So she's probably trying to retreat to get away and reconstitute, I guess. So how do we keep her from getting away?
I got a plan.
Can we stick her in a bottle?
So she's not getting affected by the wind because she's a non-natural fog.
Yeah, she's
Gas.
not a natural fog. Yeah.
She's very
So she
annoying.
didn't
So
take any damage, or she took half damage.
She doesn't seem to be taking any damage as this mist.
But she is contained by the wind, by Jason's or Corn
By
Cob's
my
wall.
mighty wind.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be able to move through this wind. Well,
You're
she
not
hasn't really-
muted.
She hasn't really tried to be honest.
Oh, Corn Cob.
She's
What
what?
if you were to take your water elemental and just dump it down in there?
I have to get close enough first.
So, Gooseneck, you sort of passed.
Yeah, I can't do
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
I
She
mean,
hasn't-
I'll stay up with her.
How well can you all see through this wall of air? I think you could probably see fine through it if you needed to. I am looking closely at this. It is interesting. Okay, so she sort of moves into the wall of wind, like she's trying to move through it. She gets pushed up to the top of it and sort of spills down the side like a cauldron fog almost at the top of this wind. But she's very slow. She's not going far fast. So the wind pushes her up and then she just sort of begins to ooze back down the side. Float, however you want to. Or you could reshape that wall and still put her around it. But that's
It does
her
say
int-
creatures in gaseous form can't pass through it. So did she go up 15
Yeah, she went-
feet and then ooze out?
Yes, up.
Okay.
And then began to float down. So she's not all the way down yet. Pugil, it's your turn.
I'm going to do the bonus action of commanding her to materialize again.
Make an insight check. Actually, or arcana, or history.
Oh.
Insight or history. Whichever you like best.
I'm going to go. I already rolled my insight, but I would rather do history.
Okay.
Just
You can use
well,
that
I mean,
roll and add
It's
your
an
insight.
11. It's an 11.
You're not sure that she can materialize. She was badly injured. You've heard this might be not possible because she does not
okay.
materialize when you ask her to. I
Okay.
feel like you did really good on that last roll.
And
Or
she
she
should have
did
materialized,
badly.
but she just can't obey. Okay,
Yeah.
that's just gonna make she's making it harder on herself.
What else could you command her to do?
What we really need is a priest or something to.
We got one, but he's choking. You got to get that water elemental in the toilet bowl. Dadgummit.
Tricky.
I am gonna. No, that's also a bonus action. Every cool thing I can do is a stupid bonus. I will. Curses. I'll just stamp my foot and swear. Use ugly language.
All right. All right. So, Corncob, it is your turn.
I'm going to try to turn undead.
Ooh.
But then she
There
just
we
run
go.
away. It doesn't hurt her, does it?
Well,
Does it
what's
hurt
that?
them? Does it hurt them, or do they just run away?
Well, what I'm going to try to do is stuff her back in that wind or make her go through the wind again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to
Fair.
position myself so I can push her right back into it with my turn undead spell.
What do I need to save?
Hang on a second. Wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Okay. She does not seem to move after that turn undead. She's not running. She's not turned.
I'm running? Okay.
You
Would
lift
be
your
wise and
forward
dexterous.
finger.
That's not fair.
Dang it. That's the curse of a vampire. If that's
Doing
what
all I
it is.
can.
Yeah.
Oh,
Abran.
okay.
I'm going to continue
So-
moving forward as well.
Okay.
I'd like to make an Arcana roll myself, and I don't know whether I would have advantage since I have a pretty. I strongly believe that she's a vampire since she sucked blood out of my neck twice.
Yeah. I think you're.
Do I
pretty
get an
confident.
advantage on that, or
I think you are Abran are confident this is a vampire. Whether or not she even is, you think it is. Abran thinks it is.
so? Can I
You
run
can-
a roll in Arcana to learn if I would know more about
Yeah.
what a vampire is and what it does?
You can make a history.
Okay, history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. An 11.
As far as you know, with 11, vampires are super strong, undead creatures that suck the life, and something about you gotta kill them with a stake in their resting place.
So that helps me with my theory. She was misted out.
The wagon.
She's trying to escape. So is her resting place somewhere else, or is it the wagon?
That you don't know.
That's a good point. I didn't. Yeah. So
Lower her into the wagon, and then we can stake her.
we have a stake.
But do we
I can
have,
make
do we
There's
one
have
in
all
a
to-
hurry.
kinds of there's all kinds of wood. We can make a stake real easy.
I got a
Yeah, you can
shillelagh
make a-
and the will to drive it right through her.
All
There you
right.
go.
So it has to be the cart, right? It has to be the cart because that's where she pulled people in
That's
and
why
fed
it's
on
set
them,
up
and then
like
they
that, I bet.
disappeared. That's why it's set up like that.
I bet
So
if
how do
you
we-
look at
we
that
need-
bed, there's really a compartment underneath it or something.
Yeah. Is she
go, let's
just
kill her.
staying stable right now?
Well, yeah, she's fighting against this wind wall at the moment, so she's just sort of floating down it right now.
Okay.
Whose turn?
Still mine, I think.
Yep, it is.
I would like to.
Let's go move
How
that
far am
cart.
I away? Yeah, I'd like to go over to the cart and open it up. If I could move towards the cart at least. I don't know
Yeah.
how far I am.
You can move towards it. No problem. You're there. You're right.
And can I open it up, or is
It
that
was
am I
already
done?
open. The back of it was open. You can.
Do I have any movement to go in?
Yeah, you can hop in there. So you.
I want to go in and see if. Yeah, I'd like to go inside.
Okay.
See, what do I see?
Now that you're looking at it, you don't have time or movement to go back and lift it, but there could the top of that mattress isn't. Maybe it would lift up. There could be space under there.
Okay.
Good thing
Okay.
we didn't put that bust on there.
All right, that's it for you, Fathom.
Do we have the myth in this world that they don't like sunlight?
You do.
And how far away is daytime?
Oh, it's a while. Roll. Well, you got up early. It's night. They crumped. It may be a good, maybe 10 minutes.
So if we can't figure anything else out, we keep her busy for 10 minutes and hope the sun fries her.
You could try.
Yeah. Get her in that wind. Can we
That's
hold her in the
100
wind for 10
rounds.
minutes? Hold up.
It's a
100
long
rounds.
round-wise.
That's 100.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm about to
Yeah.
I'm about to pour some running water right on her.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just to do something. I'm gonna try chill touch again.
Okay.
18.
All right. Yeah. The claw clearly grasps what would have been the mist right through it. And it just pulls away trails of mist. Does not seem to.
4 points of damage.
You can just see it rake away mist, but then the mist just reforms right behind it.
Oh.
Okay. Gooseneck.
All right. I'm going to go over to the wagon, pull the sword out that Pugh put in, and I'm going to drag it over to the...
Oh, you're going to drag the wagon over. Okay.
Yes. I want to drag the wagon over and to the mist, and tell
Hey, the elf's
Corncob,
inside.
put her in the wagon.
Okay.
We'll stake her in there.
I feel like we can be out of rounds because I know what your plan is. You're going to put her in the back of the wagon.
And if she we're going to grab some wood from these crates that we've been unboxing and
all right,
stake her.
You are able to open it up, and Corncob, you're going to be able to get her with the wind if that's what you're going to continue to do.
Yep.
You're able to push her into the back of that wagon, and I know that
Usual has a question.
Usual question.
While all of this out of round stuff, I want to check the beer barrel dwarf and make sure he's not going to be in any further trouble.
He seems to be
pulped his head pretty good.
Dead, thanks to Corncob.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah. You get her in.
Curb stomped him.
When you open up the, I'm going to stop this. When you open up the, that thing, you see clearly a coffin, just one coffin in there, not two. It's a beautiful, polished, luster, black. You can, like in modern terms, the way a grand piano would be finished, almost. So it's nice and shiny, completely spotless. The mist goes into it, and she reforms immediately as soon as the body in there.
Stab that evil wench through her heart.
That's all there was to it. You do that, and that's all there was to it. You could have done that. No, you do that. You stab the stake through her heart, and you just watch her just kind of age 1,000 years in front of you, and then dust. Just a
One of those cool Star
Scatter
Trek
it.
special effects.
little coating of ash and dust in the bottom
Take
of what
what's
was
left of the
perfect
wind and
silk.
scatter it as far away from each other bits as we can.
And
We don't need no vampire dust.
the wolves just round-wise, I figure the count is really close. They come running around the corners, and as soon as you stake her, they just sort of run off into the night.
Bye-bye.
Ways.
Good boys.
It was experience points.
There go the experience points.
So where were the? You don't want to kill wolves, Mr. Ranger. You know how to.
No.
ranger?
I had a plan. I had my new ring.
Yeah.
My new ring.
Yeah,
I was
Oh,
gotta
gonna
go out
We're
and
gonna make
start killing
a
chipmunks when you
pack
see
of-
them. Oh, that's an
pack of
experience.
friends.
No. I was gonna do. I couldn't do the whole pack, but I could throw fear at all of them, and hopefully most of them failed, and then they would run off.
I was
Wanted
going
to
to try to
use
get
my
the
new
water
ring.
elemental out and make it run around the thing so she couldn't cross the running water.
So
Fathom?
where?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to. I think I know what you're going to ask, but go ahead and ask it.
Oh no, I was just wondering where the dwarf slept.
Yeah,
I guess it doesn't matter. But
it looks like there is a space that he could have just laid down on top of anything, but he doesn't
he
have
just
a
doesn't
lovely.
get a fancy.
No, he doesn't have a.
So
Do we get to
of his own.
keep this wagon? That's.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, except for the bust, we've got a wagon full of goodies.
Yeah.
And a
Full of
bus with a
Must just
minor
have a
crack
tiny
in it.
crack.
We
Yeah,
can
someone
fix
could
that
mend
crack.
I thought it was busted.
Easy.
No pun intended.
Well, we can. Yeah, it's not chipped. It had a crack in it. We fix it.
Super glue.
So
We could pour
I'm
molten gold in there and make it look really cool.
I'm going to divide this
Ooh.
by 6, everyone, because it's this experience and the last experience that you would have gotten. So let me check something out here, because I am pretty sure you were all so close.
We're like almost 2,200 away from
Yeah, so you each
next
get
level.
3,270 experience points. The next time you come back, you will be 7th level.
3,270.
Yes.
Wow.
That's not just this
Nice.
adventure. I didn't give it to you for the...
That's for our memory adventure.
Yes, the memory adventure as well. And that is the end of this particular game.
Can you bump my sheet up for me, Frank?
I will absolutely bump your sheet up for you.
Thank you.
So does
And I guess our
does
treasure
my
is under goodies.
does my hit point stuff come back, or
So with a little bit
That's
of
good.
talking with Corncob and working out
I can figure
what
out.
this is, you realize that after a long rest, you will get it
Okay.
back. But you will need a long rest to get those back. And what were you saying?
Well, we got a wagon to sleep in now.
Rhonda, what were you saying?
I
was
don't
saying
know. We want to sleep in a vampire wagon.
Yeah, I think we're selling
Are
that.
all
Why
the
not?
an-
We might
antiques
become
and
immortal.
treasure? Do we need to
What did you
report
say?
this? Well, I was just saying, is all this stuff our treasure, or like?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
probably.
Possession, 9/10 of the law. The other
Probably.
10th
Right, we were
is,
hired to fill
spoils.
it up, and when the vampires attacked us, we killed them, and
She was obviously
We get
coming
their
Spoils
back.
stuff.
10%, possession the other 90%. In Kay's absence, I declare us the owners of all this stuff.
Are
hey,
there any loose
what's our
coins
total?
on the dwarf?
What's our total XP? I made an input error. Our total XP. What we got?
4,000
4,078.
on the dot.
24078.
That's what
Oh,
I've got.
yes, you're right.
Two.
24078.
Is Barry
wanna
still
give some
around, or
money
did
to
he
the biker.
hightail it?
Barney is still around.
Can I look? Can I look at that sword? Can we do detect magic on it and see if it's anything special?
these are all antiques. Nothing magic was detected when Fathom looked at it.
collectibles.
They're just collector's items.
I
Which
say
we
we
can
send
sell.
Barney to collect our priest friends and have them come check this out.
Okay.
Maybe the same people selling our boat can sell our wagon.
I'd like to give Barney some loose change if we find any on the dwarf or whatever. Or one of the smaller valuable objects that he could sell.
When you lift the, so first of all, there's bolts of silk, which are incredibly expensive. I will get back to you on all the stuff you find. It's all mundane stuff, but it's expensive stuff. Bolts of silk are.
That's what Barney's going to be dressed
And
in
we still
silk
have a
next time
boat
we
for
see him.
sale, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I said we could have the same people that are selling our
Yeah, we
boat
gotta
sell
move
our
that
wagon.
thing before we leave.
We're going to have a whole
I
used
think-
car lot pretty soon.
Unless somebody protests, I'm going to flip Barney a gold piece and say, "Run as fast as your bony little legs will carry you to the temple of whatchamabutt, and bring back Roderick and Frederico or whatever their names were." And
Patrick
and
the other guy.
Yeah,
yes,
maybe
yes,
slow down and get it right.
you
We're
know,
going to get Roderick and Frederico show up, and then we'll be in trouble.
Patrick and Timothy.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I
know
can't
you-
remember. Yes, Patrick and Timothy. Yes, so I'll say hot-footed.
Okay. Yeah, that's we will. I will let you know if they come next time.
All right.
So
Remember,
How far
Barney's
are
not
we,
well known. How far? Are
how
you
far are we away from the big meeting, just in time-wise?
In
So we know for the
time-wise,
next time.
You are about 10 hours away.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Well, we have plenty of time to get in trouble again.
Yeah, yeah. Or just have a drink and watch the meeting. Either way, the choice is yours.
All right.
So I have a bunch of wealth to give you. I will do via email.
Woo.
I hope. I sometimes pile it into the next game. And of course, remember, experience is going to go to K too for this. So we're all kind of going up at the same time. That is the end of the game tonight. Thank you. It was fun. It's vampires are interesting. I'm glad it worked out without you all dying or someone turning or making something.
Well,
complex.
Abram got bit. Shouldn't
Amber
we
almost
stake him?
got
Twice.
bit to death, so that was good.
Yeah.
That he did.
There are no
As-
elf vampires.
Could have been.
No. Could have been the first. And
I- we-
thanks.
We
Thanks
may
for
need
the
to
blessing.
stake him. We should
You
probably
don't turn
stake
into
him
elves. You're not elves
prophylactically.
anymore.
Uh,
Terrible aberrations.
yeah.
Abra the aberration.
Yeah.
Let's make him stand out in the sun till we're sure.
I say
That's a
we-
good idea.
A
Here,
preventative
step over this.
staking.
Toothbrush.
Step over this little crick.
Mm.
Preemptive staking. That's the word I'm looking for.
That's
Preemptive
the word.
staking.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a-
Preventative
how does
staking.
in
We
D
could
and
rig
D
up
how
some
does
kind
that
of
work?
spring-operated stake that he could wear on his back if we ever.
How, do,
If we ever
how
need to
does
let it
Sort
How
go.
does
Sword of Damocles.
as turning?
Yeah, there we
Like
go.
how could she have
Yeah.
turned me?
Check those canines. If they look a little long, you push the button.
you that much you don't know. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I won't go into that too much. You do know that she could have drained all the life from you until you died permanently, but you don't know how becoming a vampire works, or if you're in danger of becoming one
Yet.
yet.
Ooh,
Uh,
yet. Ooh,
We
cool.
might
We'll
need
be
to
sending
stake
you a
him.
lot of
I'm
garlic
telling you.
sandwich.
Now, I also got bit by, so we could
Yeah.
be vampires.
Yeah, we could be vampire buddies.
Vampire buddies, yeah.
Could be
Yeah.
vampire
Well-
buddies.
Not for long.
Okay.
I'm
So,
willing to just stake the elf.
Yeah.
I'd stake my life on it.
Yes. Risk it with the lizard.
All you guys have to do is, as soon as you die, I can revivify you, and then you won't be vampires anymore.
Ooh,
Oh, that's no fun.
no.
Okay,
No,
well,
it could be fun.
We'll go
Yeah,
off
I
and be
think it's better
vampires
than-
together then.
King Teeny wants vampires. She wants you all to be vampires. Okay.
No.
So thank you, Justin, for doing the technical direction tonight. Thank you to Sirenscape for the background and ambient music. Thank you to all the wonderful players and Reaper Miniatures. And I will let the players plug whatever they want before I do my final goodbye and thanks and their final words for the evening. Bobby?
I don't have anything to plug. I want to say thank you, but I will plug this. My cool Nightheart Gaming T-shirt that I scored at ReaperCon.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm certainly
Next
plugging
time,
that.
tell us so we can wear our T-shirts, Bobby.
We should have worn them
Just
all.
worn
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
of us
okay,
did.
well.
wear.
That's
There
right.
we go.
Some of us are loyal to Frank and deserve bonuses, and others are not.
Most of the
Mine's
people
still
on the
dirty.
left-hand side got it.
Some of us are good cheese eaters and obsequious
Yeah,
yes
well, I'm
men,
wearing
and
it.
others are
I'm
not.
wearing it underneath my shirt, of course.
Like Superman
Yeah.
that comes
Oh,
out.
Okay,
Queen
that's-
Teeny wants to know where to buy one.
The ReaperCon was your chance to buy one. You will see from us links for merchandise in a store soon. We have a bunch of stock we might return to warehouse or some custom things, but you can't get one yet. The opportunity to get those was to be at ReaperCon. And we might have a giveaway or so if you watch Nightheart Gaming's channel, where you could get some shirts. Okay.
Darn. Now I feel bad.
No, it's
Yeah.
perfect because they will be able to get one. They need
Frank
to
turned
dwell
your
on
lack of-
ReaperCon.
Frank turned your lack of plug into his own plug. That was
That's
pretty
right.
good.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Slick.
Gene?
Hey, I had a great time. Thank you very much. Thanks, Frank and Justin and everybody for watching. And can't wait to do it again. Looking forward to a couple weeks from now.
Absolutely. Jason?
Thanks again, Frank and everybody else. Total shock. Never thought we'd face a vampire. Don't want to face another one. So I'm hoping that our two compadres don't turn into vampires. But the only thing I have to plug is, as far as I know, Crow's Nest will have a triumphant return next Tuesday.
Very cool. And that leads right to Michael.
Yes, Crow's Nest will be back Tuesday. We're still efforting a guest. The guest that we are efforting right now will be a very special guest we've been trying to get on the air for quite some time.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're excited about
And
that
they keep
possibility.
begging. They keep begging us to do it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And if not, we'll have Gene.
Well, I'm excited either way then. So.
All that team.
Yeah, call back Gene. So, yeah, I want to say thanks to Justin if he's awake. Thanks to Frank and Ann and Nightheart Gaming. I have my T-shirt. It's still in the laundry, waiting to be cleaned 2 weeks later. But fantastic as always. That was a lot of fun. Astrid. What's my character's name? It just drew a blank.
Abran.
Abran. Wow, that was, yeah, he didn't quite almost die like he did with the mutant giants or trolls, but this was pretty touch and go there.
It would have
for
been a
while.
far
He
more
was-
horrible death, though.
Yeah, it was far more horrible death. So I had a really good time. Tune in, and thanks again, and thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it.
Vampran.
Rhonda.
Vampran.
Yes, thank you everyone for coming to
Ooh,
watch
that's
us.
a
and
good one.
for putting on such a good show. We always have
Yeah.
fun. I'm glad to have Gene back, and I look forward to the next time we play, when we'll hopefully get Jen back also. I will plug something. Beyond the Kit next Monday, I'm going to test out all kinds of different brushes for dry brushing. So we're going to find out what works the best for like cloth type folds.
Ah,
'Cause
Cool.
those don't normally dry brush very well. So let's give it a shot.
ah,
That's
Cool.
perfect with the Minwax technique.
ah.
I will not be
Yeah.
following it up with the mid-wax technique very likely. but,
No.
for
That's
those who
Fender,
did
you
go
can-
to Bobby's class and learn it, it probably
Yeah,
is a good
it's-
starting point.
No, and just so you know, if you enter that in the MSP Open next year, anything with Minwax in, it's a minus 2 levels on your score.
Ooh.
I don't think my
Automatic
It
Bobby
has to be
is
really,
certificate?
really good.
No,
Yeah,
Michael
well,
doesn't
there-
have
it'd be
that
a-
only applies to Bobby.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, sure.
It's a challenge.
Whatever. I appeal to Derek. and his sense of fairness.
Hmm.
Or do
His
you
sense
appeal
of
to Derek
justice
to do
will
the
crush you,
Minwet
Van
technique?
Pran.
Van
No.
Pran,
Hell will freeze solid
Elf
before
fire.
Derek gets the Minwax thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to say you're going to appeal to one of our toughest judges. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's got a great sense of justice, as opposed to Proctor.
Hmm.
well, thank
You
you.
don't know Derek as much as I do.
There is actually a boat on this
Probably
table.
dressed his own rain
so-
slicker by now.
There's a boat
Or
on the
Maine.
table. We're missing the details.
No, I mean it's
Ooh,
okay.
ooh, ooh.
There's a boat on the table. I wanted you to know that we're not, we are doing appropriate, true vampire sleuthing.
You
And we're
could
not-
say
we're
there's
not doing
anything on the
build-off.
table right now. We have no way of checking.
We've just been
Wait,
reminded
but
we got to
I-
move a
I
bunch of
have
stuff before we get
Justin.
on the boat.
Justin can help me, and that leads me to my next. I don't know if he will, but he can.
He's asleep. Oh, look at that.
Hey, see?
Oh my
Boat
gosh.
On the table.
Oh,
Told you.
look at that.
And there's so.
And the
it's
snow. Oh,
snow.
how idyllic.
Ah, it's
So-
almost Christmas.
We don't worry. We're not limited by anything anymore. So, and
That's
who knows where we
tremendous.
go next time. I am also looking forward to having everyone back. And Justin, I'm handing it over to you. Oh, I guess I should say I'm Frank. Thank you. You can find me on Nightheart Gaming's Twitch account if you ever want to see something over there. And Justin, I'm going to leave it to you. Or do we have a raid? We're raiding Wapelli.
Yes. Yes, we're going to be raiding Mr. Wapple. Thank you again. It's good to get back to having almost everyone, since this is the Gin-less con episode. All right, Rhonda. That was unnecessary.
That was a bug.
No, he's just snoring. You can hear him snoring, can't you?
Yes. But thank you guys for coming out. It's awesome as always.
His face is so red.
Thank you. I know.
That's funny. Pin it
Thank
on
you.
Rhonda. That is funny.
Thank you to everyone watching and who spent your Friday nights with us. Thank you again to Nightheart and everybody. Would not be possible without you guys. So it's been a blast, and have a great and safe rest of y'all's weekend. Give everyone a big wave, folks.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. Goodbye.